the next session of Rescue at Raxis. Last time, the party sealed a crypt, dealt with what little undead remained, a devious plan involving a large explosion. They went back to town. They once again avoided the unusual and possibly unique fungus on the Skinned Hill. Re-entered town. One member of the party got banned from the lovely establishment, the Kilt and Stirrup. They met with the town boss to recount their deeds. What they had done, really. They gotten their items checked over. A new bunch of loot, and on the ride towards the swamp, decided to take on the second job. Doled out their items and decided, oh, the road keeps falling down. We now start again. They are at the fog wall of the swamp. The carriage is nearby. It's about... We're looking at about 11 a.m. It's getting near noon.
Our sleep schedules are all fucked up, so it's okay.
Yeah, because you all slept, woke up at 1 a.m., toured about town for a bit as well. Castalia is still lingering, but thanks to the red skin, you can't really tell, but the bags on VI is forming.
College all up.
So,
You know that
what do you
college
do?
thing you never went to?
Fuck off.
What do you do as the swamp looms ahead?
Guess we need to start walking into said swamp somehow.
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is get the rope out and tie each other together so if somebody starts sinking, we can drag them out.
But what if the dwarf sinks? Then he drags us all down.
Yeah, well, there's always cutting the rope option.
I don't know. How does springing work when resisted with mud?
I mean, you gotta be able to jump.
Ah. Oh, fuck.
What about the... Oh, yeah. Did we take the horse carriage?
Yep, you did. You rode the cart there,
Yeah.
giving you time to attune and have a little rest if you needed it.
Yeah, so we probably also need to find out what to do with the horse and carriages. Like, leave them tied up or let them roam around, or what are we going to do about them?
I think we're probably going to leave Droop here with them, look after them. Unless anybody's got a better idea.
Not a fan of that idea, but I don't exactly have a better one.
Droop is happy to help.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I guess I guess that's not much of a choice otherwise. but what should we, in case there's a... But then in case if there is trouble of some kind, where should he actually go?
Well, back to town probably would be the first option.
I mean, your surroundings right now are... You're just in a big expanse of plowed fields. In front of you is the fog wall, but behind you it's just farmland. You can see a couple of halfling farmers tittering about. There's a few plow animals. And then further on behind is the town you just came from. It's not really a dangerous looking area. But then they never are.
You foreboding. To quote Star Wars, I have a bad feeling about this.
You always have a bad feeling.
I hate to say it, but probably leave Droop here with the carriage and horses to tend them, and we go into the swamp.
I assume that is the only choice we pretty much have.
Unless somebody else wants to stay here and we take Droop instead, but it doesn't sound like a good plan either.
I mean, you
Yeah,
did
I
have
think-
concerns
I
about
think
the
Droop
dwarf.
should stay.
I don't exactly trust the owlbear to do a better job.
God, stay out of this.
I mean, I could stay here and rest my ankles.
You
That-
probably should.
And then you can watch Mr. Pufflesworth.
and be abducted by the monsters.
I mean, more
Monsters,
importantly, be
I
sitting
thought
there
that-
twiddling your thumbs.
Well,
yeah.
you get off your ankle and you can hold out Mr. Bobblesworth to defend you, so to speak.
Exactly.
I mean, I could be trying to train Mr. Pupplesworth while you're all away, but
I don't think if I've not succeeded yet, you'll do so in an hour.
Oh, you never know. Depends on the instruction and the method.
The stick of the carrot.
If you stick
Mostly
my
carrot.
Pupplesworth, I'll stick it up you.
Whoa.
Pain is
Anyway,
love.
I'm still thinking that we're probably going to use Droop instead of me. So, shall we attach said ropes and start moving in?
I mean-
Would suggest the Cobalt goes first because he's lighter, so he's less likely to sink into the mud straight away.
I mean, for a quick status report on the ankle, you can still hobble about. You've only lost 5 feet of movement. The magic is making sure that it will heal, even though you're not taking it easy.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, it also makes you look like, you know, the one at the back of a herd.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Zazel's going first, is he?
Yeah, have this rope tied around you.
Everyone's getting the rope tied around them.
Yeah.
Just hope it doesn't slip up on me.
I'm gonna, before tying ropes on me, I'm gonna go to Droop. Now, Droop,
Yeah?
we have decided that you should stay behind and look after the carriage.
Okay.
Okay. And I can assume that the carriage will be as it is now when we return,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Alright. Now, in case of danger, what will you do?
Scream, cower, wet myself, usual.
Okay, but to ensure that yourself and hopefully the carriage comes to safety, what will you
Oh,
do?
right. I cut one of the horses loose as a decoy and ride the other one back into town with the cart.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, we'll say that's actually a pretty good plan.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, you say that, but it's Castalia's horse that's for a chop.
Oh, true.
Probably be smart enough to get out of there before Droop gets even close.
I'm just gonna accept that this is probably as good as it's going to get.
Alright, let's see here.
And then when we come back, Castalia's horse is just wandering.
Probably next to the goblin that tried to attack them.
I mean, he has to win in a fight against a horse first. Alright, so you're gonna
You have
put...
to pass some sort of animal handling check.
So you're gonna set foot into the fog.
Is there any small trees or anything I could cut a branch off to make a poking stick?
I mean, just like Droop, you could reach for some of the shrubberies. There's some... I mean, you're not going to be able to get very long, but there's a few sticks you could poke with. It's easy enough for you and Droop because you're closer to the ground.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so you're able to get a...
Sitting forth.
You know what, just for fun, give me a nature check. Maybe this time. Maybe this is the kobold's moment.
You mean the kobold can actually use nature?
Apparently.
Yeah, after searching around, you're specifically looking for sort of dead material. You don't want to pull anything off a living shrub or anything. You manage to find a stick. It's a weedy, thorny branch, but it's about 1.5 feet or so. It's not great, but it's all you can really do without tree cover around.
Okay. Setting forth with the pokey stick, I shall advance into the swamp, leading our brave companions along.
Okay, quick thing though. Who's got what is the important thing here. You've got a jar of healing ointment. Is that still on Siegfried?
I would assume so.
Hey,
Alright. Who's carting the crossbow?
Zazzle had crossbow of
Okay.
doom.
And he also has the hood?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. It's important to make sure where everything is. And there's... Oh yeah, there is a spell still in the Ring of Spellstoring.
Yeah,
The
that
moment
reminds
you
me. How many charges of that is there?
There is one casting of it.
Okay.
But it's shield, so it's useful.
They can at least save you from one surprise attack.
The moment that Zarzul sets foot into the fog, he feels like he's been drenched, like he has been standing in a torrential rain for 3 hours and now it's stopped. It feels like everything is soaked through him. Visibly, you're fine, but it just feels like everything is dragging you down as you step inside. And as your clawed feet splay out into the dirt and the muck and the moss, none of this place feels natural. This swamp should not exist. And you're also noticing that you can't see a thing. The fog is right up against your nose.
So about 2 feet of vision, do I?
Possibly less, yeah. You can't see a thing right now.
Can I
This
see
ain't
a
gonna-
thing?
You guys can see the tip of his tail because it's still sticking out, but the rest of him, it's just obscured by the fog wall.
I think we need a new plan, guys.
I'll try and cast dancing lights and throw it into the fog, see if it...
As each
Makes it
light
a bit
flies
easier.
off, they sink into the fog. Zarzul, you can see them. They are just little pinpricks of light. The rest of you can see them through the fog wall as well. It's just they're not really casting anything about them. It's like they're getting smothered. Not dispelled, but just smothered.
Okay. Does anybody have something to create wind? I don't think we do.
I mean, there's troops cooking.
A little more powerful wind, I think we need.
Also, Zarzul, unlike the rest of the party, every time you breathe in now, you are just filling your lungs with the reek of decayed vegetation. This is...
I think I'm going to wander out and get out of the fog bank for a little bit.
Are you going to back up, are you? Yeah,
Yep.
You step right out. You feel warmth come back into the surface of you. You just feel comfortable again. There's still mud clagging at your toes, but that's about it.
I assume we're dealing with magic here. Any ideas?
I don't know. Ask the cleric or the wizard.
Or the wizard. You got two of them now.
Oh, or the warlock.
As Droop sits there picking his nose on the carriage.
Yeah, or the warlock. You have a warlock and a wizard. There are two of them.
The party freezes up in the face of a puzzle.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not exactly a meteorologist, so I'm not exactly sure what to do about fog.
Well, we can just look for any signs of magic, as if there's lingering in the air.
Oh. Wait. What can usually just dissipate the fog?
I mean, there's also a simple case of experimentation. Try something.
I'd like to try and cast a flaming sphere into it.
Oh no.
Alright.
Just gonna go
Hopefully
either.
this swamp isn't gaseous, you know.
You cast
I'll
Flaming
stand
Sphere,
in
you do
it.
it inside the fog wall?
Yeah.
You can see it, it's not really getting rid of the fog around it, but you can still see the brightness it's making. It's rolling very happily.
I'll try and push it in further just to see if something happens.
There is nothing fighting your will as it just rolls on in. You do see there's a bit of smoke and fumes and all mixed, getting caught in front, Basically, you can see the light, and then behind it in the trail, you can see some smoke rising, obscuring the light. It's just burning some rotten vegetation.
Yeah, just dispel it again.
It's gone.
We are heading towards a town. Is there any sign of the original road?
I mean, you actually did ride on a nice little dirt road here, but the moment, as you saw, the moment it hits the fog wall, you just see that the terrain itself has become horribly mired, decayed, just unpleasant. And that's just a uniform look around the whole edge.
Well, guess there's not much else to do than just having to walk forward and hope for the best.
Okay. I head back in, and poking stick in hand, I forge forward.
Alright, you're going to start checking at the ground.
I want
Yeah,
to
the
make
plot
sure
could
I'm
be a
not...
mimic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more worried about big sinkhole, big pools or something that I might walk into without even seeing it at this point.
Yeah, you're stabbing away at the ground.
And
Go on.
as we do so, I kind of split up the four lights, so it kind of makes a line above us, so we can kind of see where we are in front of each other.
You notice you can see them, but it's still very faint, even when they get right up close. It just seems like the fog is clinging to it.
Yeah, but I'm just having it above us, so
No.
you
Yeah,
can
everyone can make them out. Just pointing out. Note you can see it up close.
Yeah, as it gets further away, it comes down, but at least you can see if the person is behind you or...
Also, despite how thick the fog is, Arzul, you do feel the sun on your back. Like, it's still bright, it's still lit around you, it's just everything is closed in.
Could it be some sort of illusionary magic involved as well?
Most likely.
Indeed.
That's possible.
But something that can create an illusion in magic of this size must be powerful indeed.
Also, Zarzul, give me a survival check as you're foraging ahead. Alright, there's a few places where, as you're walking along, the ground, such as it is, it's just utterly moss-covered. Now and again, your toes are just scraping large chunks of it out of the way, and you're seeing that there's just puddles of water underneath. No actual terrain. And as you're poking with the stick to try and make sure, now and again, like, it feels like, oh, this is firm enough to stand on. Then you push a little harder and it just sinks right in. You almost find yourself pitching over. But you keep on managing to keep the party in line. As you continue walking. So any further thoughts?
I'm just hoping I don't go through.
We're probably just making sure we're all stepping on the right places and not sinking.
Zarzul keeps it tight and a forward lead. It's a little hard at the moment. A little hard because even though you are tied together, there's lights above you. The moment someone steps forward and you're not quite ready for it, they're just gone. You get the hint of a silhouette, but they just sort of vanish from your sight. You just see the rope going into nothing.
This is worrying. How far have we managed to progress so far?
From how you can feel, you're... Let's see. Yeah, I think it'll be survival. To get an idea of how far you've gone. You've got a fairly good idea. You've maybe made it about half a mile or so.
Oh god.
I mean,
But-
I think it was only half a mile. It was a mile across, wasn't it? Or was it 2 miles?
It was 2 miles across. Also, half a mile is nothing. That's about a 10, 5-minute walk. And it has taken you longer
Normal
than that.
walk.
It has taken
Oh,
you
yeah.
longer than that there as you're pushing through, but Zarzul's doing a good job of keeping everyone in line.
Yep, just keep going. Hopefully we don't run into anything too bad.
Let's see. Cornelius, if you want, you can roll Arcana to try and get an idea of this.
Yeah.
Can I assist as well?
Yeah? You can assist or to roll it yourself. Same thing, really.
I'll assist.
So you have advantage. There we go. What you can tell is that this place is... It just reeks of full magical intent. It is entirely this fog. The effect on the ground is physical, but magical in nature. Everything around you, that's the thing as well. Also that clammy condition you all feel. You all feel as if you've been drenched and soaked and dragged down. Even your moods seem to sink a bit. There's a very oppressive, horrid atmosphere here right now. And everything about it is magical. Like, this fog is not working as any kind of natural fog should. But sunlight is still coming down. Natural light is still seeming to get through. While your magical is snuffed out.
I want to go home.
There's what you get for a 23 in Arcana.
Yeah. We just telling what we pretty much already knew.
Well, there's a very big hint there.
Yeah, there's natural light that this is illusionary magic.
I'm picking lighting my lantern's not going to help.
I mean, you could try turning it on and see what happens.
Exactly, you could
Yeah, I
experiment.
guess I will. Experimentation time. Let's see if I can find a methane bubble. Bubble.
Well, I can also turn on my lantern. I have one.
Well, who does what?
Yeah, I'll turn on my lantern and see what happens.
As the one, predominantly, who's meant to sneak in the dark, alights the area, you can see each other again. The fog is just pushed outwards. Only to the extent of 30 feet in a radius. But you can now see each other.
Lantern wins again.
The natural light cuts through the magic. And you can see that all around you is... Luckily, Zarzul was leading as on a very thin isthmus of rotted moss and creepers. You can see on the sides there's pools of just horrid mudded water. You can't see anything below the surface. Luckily, none of you are hearing any bubbling nearby. But now you can actually see a bit. And you can see that there's numerous little bits of what you'd pass for a landmass, but Zarzul, you know how well those can be trusted from all your pokings. You can see the patches now where you've been poking at that just have a sudden drop of water in them that aren't actually a landmass at all once you scrape the moss off. You can also start to see
Danger
that,
zones.
yeah, you can also start to see that there's a few shapes up ahead of like low burden trees, as if the trunks have started to bend.
Well, I hand over my lantern over to Sarsul. So you can at least have that in front. Extend the sphere a bit.
Yep, I light the lantern.
Yeah, things are much clearer now. Although you don't feel any warmth from the flame.
And I keep poking the ground as we go.
Yeah. Gonna check. You continue to march on. Give me another survival check. And that goes for all of you.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, roll higher than the kobold.
Yep, time to roll low.
The,
Yep.
the posh noble did better than the nature boy.
Where is
He has learned how to avoid mud.
Damn, good one from the dwarf. Alright, let's see here. That equals it all out. I'm gonna save a Castalia. I need a dex save from you. As you can feel, at the patch you're standing on, it's starting to sort of tremor and quake underneath you. And you manage to hop back, bashing against, well, whoever was behind you in this line. As the moss just falls in on itself, and you just see a pool of stank water.
Yeah.
It held up to some poking and pressure, but the lot of you walking across it just started to shake it free. And if you try testing with your heel, you can see that you're able to actually widen the radius of it easily. The dirt just falls away into the water. That could have been nasty if you'd fallen in.
Ew.
As you all continue on your path, again, the atmosphere is just getting very heavy all around. Like, Rain, like you thought well of doing that robe to look all priestly, look all dignified. It now feels like it weighs a ton. The hem of the skirt has just been muddied up, soaked. You can feel the water creeping up the fabric. Everyone else's boots feels like they're squishing with each step.
In that case, I think I might switch to pants.
Easily enough.
Yep,
It is a bit
what
weird for those around to watch as the skirt just sort of like in a second just cinches in onto the legs and then just there is no material between. It's just leggings. It's just trousers. Unfortunately,
and
it's
now
still
you have wet pants.
yeah, it's still cold, clammy, and now it's sticking right to your skin.
I rather have the pants than the robe when I'm trudging through this.
You can also see drips of water and moisture forming on the outside of the lantern, but nothing's getting inside, thankfully. And everything about each other, you all see. I mean, if you glance at each other, you start to feel as if you're looking yeah, I'm getting fucking stoned on the words again. You look pallid to each other. You look a bit more wan, a bit tired. You don't feel it. You just feel cold. You feel wet, but you don't feel as if you're weakened or anything. You just seem to look to each other.
I'm cold and I'm wet. Someone change me.
Yeah, there's a definite slosh to accompany the clinking of the armor.
I will be happy when we are free of this swamp.
I wonder
Hey, you're
if this...
taller than me. How do you think I feel?
In dire need of a bath.
I wonder if this has something to do with that undead magic thing again. There seem to be a lot of undead magic things floating around here.
Mm. Undeaf
Is
is
there
just
any
a part of
more
change
life.
worried
to
about
any
I'm
change
worried
to the
about what
scenery?
Mr. Passelworth is doing at the moment.
The scenery is changing a little bit. You're starting to see a bit more living vegetation would be a strong term. These look like bushes and shrubs on their way out. They look decayed. There's creepers and weeds clinging over them, dragging them into the dirt. But they are starting to fill your path now. And as you look to the sides, there's a few bits of what you think are land that you could jump onto. You could hop across the puddles and the dives and the drops. Or you keep forging through what's starting to thicken up into a hedgerow. Long since dead.
Hedgerow sounds slightly more solid. We'll follow that for a bit more. No sign of buildings or anything?
Not a sign of it. But the hedgerow is a good indication. It's always used to mark out, field boundaries and whatnot. I'm gonna need another
follow
survival
that for a
check from
bit
you
more.
lot as you push through into the shrubs.
What was the check?
Survival.
Survival.
Mm.
Another survival.
Well, you're foraging into wild territory.
Oh fuck.
Siegfried, Bradir, as you're walking, you start to notice that your trousers are clinging, of course, because of a damp, but they don't feel like they're sitting right. And as you look down, you can see that there's a bump on your shin, just above the boot line.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
You got leeches.
I'll be fine.
Now we were told something about leeches, which I can't remember.
Don't make them go off if they're a different color.
If they're black and shiny, it's fine. Just let them sit there. If they're large and white, get them off immediately. That was the tip you got. I don't know if you shared it with the rest of the party.
What color are they?
They're underneath the
Can't
trousers
see
right
them
now.
yet. Is there, with going through the hedgerow, is there somewhere that we can get out of the water to check?
Nope. You're currently, you're pushing through it, and you're starting to find that there's land is up ahead, but for a moment you're all surrounded by shrubbery.
Keep moving. We can't do much at the moment.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Well, there is one option.
I don't like the sound of this.
There's finally a use for Ten's floating disc.
Hmm.
I didn't think it would carry the weight.
Oh, it can hold up to 500 pounds.
It just can't move if you're walking on it. That's all.
Yeah.
It's for carrying things and people, not the wizard.
Yeah, but if we're dealing with the leeches in the water, somebody else is going to get done in.
Yeah, just putting it out there. But if you want to walk, it's your choice.
I'll continue to hobble.
As he's limping,
gonna
being
take you
drained
up
of
on that
blood in the
disc.
swamp.
I was about to say, I might take him up on the offer too.
He's still got the
Yeah,
bruises and injuries from when he fell down the hole.
But the dwarf took the offer, so
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I'm already shorter than the rest of y'all. I'll take any help I can get.
Yep. Any personal flourish you want to put in, Cornelius?
I just kind of make a simple circular disc shape with my hand, like I draw a circle horizontally.
So casually, so effortless. This is
Yeah.
just child's play of a spell.
Yeah,
But
just
it's one of
draw it
convenience.
and then it's just a snap with my fingers.
As it just solidifies. And there you go, a floating conveyance.
Excellent.
Let it not be said that Cornelius has never done nothing for you.
Cornelius has never done nothing for me.
Malgern will not remember this.
Alright, Malgern and Siegfried, get up on the disc. Let's check where they are and then move on.
Okay. Get on the disc, seeing it's been told to. And lift the pants leg. Oh, they might see the ankle.
The skinny,
Oh,
withered,
baby.
bulging ankle.
Oh, it doesn't even have any hair on it. Oh, you. Ooh, what is it, like 13, 12?
Let's
That's
see.
considered a nasty fetish among dwarves. Hairless legs.
You call that a leg?
Only in the most quietest corner of dwarf society can you buy images of hairless legs.
Well, as you hike up Siegfried's trouser leg, you can see it's just a slowly fattening black leech. It takes longer for Badir's, and it's gonna take a dex save as it burrows deeper.
Oh!
Oh!
Wait, so who takes the deck save?
You.
Oh, I do? Okay.
It's a dex save to see if you can keep it shaken. It's still there though, and it's larger. It's about the size of about 3 fingers together of this shiny, glistening, white maggot type creature. Unlike the leech, which just sort of sits there with its face buried, you can see that there's teeth on this thing.
So you need to get that off.
Possibly.
As it says
No,
here
no,
in the
no.
bit, it can be scraped off in action. You can just smack it away.
Target. It can be scraped off as an action. Can I use an action to scrape the damn thing off?
Yeah, you can just smack it away. And it's a
Okay.
meaty impact. It
Nice.
starts to break
Yeah,
around your
okay.
hand.
Do I have to make a roll for that? Or...
No. Well, if you want to. If you want to, if you want to kill it instead of just push it away.
Let's
If you roll low, though, it's on your own leg. Yeah, it's easy enough. You just shove it aside.
It's all over my hand. Ugh.
It
That
is.
sounds like a personal problem.
For being surrounded by all this rank, horrible methane gas, sulfurous smells, this awfulness of just mounds upon mounds of dead, rotting vegetables and plants. This thing fucking stinks. It is just burning your nostrils. It is just this rancid, horrible little creature, as if it's like you left an apple to rot inside the belly of a corpse.
Oh, it smells worse than droop. Oh.
It does. That is an undeniable fact. It
I
does
didn't
smell
think
worse
that was
than droop.
possible.
And this is coming from a group of people who came out of a crypt with dead things all over it.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
to
This
say.
smells
I
worse
know,
than.
and it smells worse.
Yeah, this thing does smell worse than the pools of dead, vitrified remains. But I mean, it's a very small thing, so you're able to push it out of your nostrils eventually. But wow, that was potent.
I need a drink.
No, just be thankful we got it when we did, or else you'd be dragging that back with you.
And as you continue
Maybe we
stepping,
can put it on Siegfried to cure his leg. That's how leeches work, right?
Wrong kind.
Oh.
I mean, Siegfried does have a
Hey,
leech on
Claire.
his leg.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's just a nice,
Oh.
normal leech. Small little thing about the size of a pinky, but starting to get a bit fattened.
Can I kind of use my lantern just to go near it so it might try and leave?
Fuck it, roll me an intimidation.
Come on, buddy. You can do this.
Yes!
I charm it instead. It wants to stay.
The DC was 4.
Oh, sad times.
Yeah, you hold it there, and it's got a meal. It's not letting go.
I mean, if you have some salt on you, you could probably pour that on it, but other than that,
Siegfried and his pet leech.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
Now
drop
you
off.
too
soon
have a
enough.
pet. Like the wizard.
Call him Zuckerberg.
Well, actually, Zarzul should be telling everyone about the leech. He's the only one with nature trained.
I mean, he's not nature trained, but he was informed about it at the store.
Yeah. He knows of these things.
And you know the general advice is to just leave him be, unless you've got a very sharp knife on a very quick person.
I'm not that quick.
I might be able to do it, but stuff that. It's my own leg. Let's keep moving.
It's a little tricky when it's on your own leg. And yes, you push.
Yeah, getting the reach and everything could be a bit tricky.
Well, you continue pushing past. You
Oh,
manage to get past this row of rotted hedges, and you're starting to see now. There are a few signs of habitation. You can see the remains of a plow just sticking upwards. Just a couple of handles in the backboard. You can assume this might have been plowed field once, but now the furrows, everything in between them is just this horrible muddy mass. There's still a few pathways to go along. Some of them seem like they're sort of... I keep on stumbling on the fucking words today. Okay. Anyway, a few of the pathways are sort of blending together. Now and again you can actually see that there's a plank or two that's been laid across them. Again, everything just covered in moss. And give me a perception check from Zarzul. Is he the one in the lead? You can see up ahead that there's signs of movement. As you guys are pushing along, you can see that there's divots, there's depressions in the dirt. They look about the size of a boot. There's no real amount of tracks because the ground is too soft and too flooded. But you can see that there's a bit of hedgerow pushed aside. There's a branch overhead broken.
Guys, we are not the first. Somebody else has been here.
Guards, maybe?
Unlikely.
Or whoever is behind this, perhaps.
I'm not sure that makes me feel any better.
Let us move forward stealthily.
Well, from what you can tell, that the pathway, whatever path that thing was taking, it was sort of going to the southeast. You guys are trying to go directly south. But if you want to quiet on down, everyone give me stealth.
Oh boy.
It'll be a straight roll for Malgern this time because he's sitting on the disc.
Nailed it.
You are quiet as you sit there doing fuck all.
I imagine he's just sitting back in the back, his hands backwards on the disc and just kind of kicking his feet off the disc.
Yep, just you are much like those mirthful statues you've seen around the keep. You are the happy dwarf on the shelf, which sells a lot better than elf on the shelf. No one wants those in their home.
I'm the poster child for Bearded Smile.
Just out of curiosity, how long have we been walking since we removed the worm?
It's hard to tell. The sun's still up there. Still seems pretty high.
I just want to know if it's been an hour.
Oh, no, it hasn't been an hour yet. It's been, like, since you've been in here, it's probably been about near an hour. But after the hedgerow, it's only been about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
But you are making decent progress.
Then there's still 50 minutes left until the disc disappears.
Yeah.
Shall we follow these tracks?
There is a moment in the party where you're all sort of gearing down, you all feel yourself lowering, the shoulders getting a bit lower, everything's sort of getting tense and alert, and then splash! As Castalia's foot slides down off some moss, but it's not quite ground, and splashes ankle deep in the water.
Fucking shit.
Unfortunately, the side of her leg is now caked in mud from the upchuck. Yeah, you're gonna forage on? Forage on. Blech.
Do we continue going south, or do we follow these tracks, guys?
Well, you're the one who is leading the party.
Whichever one way looks more solid.
Well, somebody's walked there. We may as well follow the path they took and find out.
It might be worth it because we don't know if that might be the cause or not.
So we start following the tracks.
Alright, as you keep on
Hoping
walking
the ground
along,
is slightly more solid.
give me a survival, since you're changing route. Just from Zarzul. I'll say you've got enough vision, you're sort of getting used to it now. I'll say that was with advantage. You're not having much trouble at all here as you step along. And again, you do have tracks now of a sort that you can follow. There's a few things you're noticing, though, as you're going along. You're noticing some of those... There's like little tiny, like, cylinders of meat. Much like the one that was clinging to Malgern's leg, but shriveled, or some of them bloated and withered. As in, like, the face is withered in, but they've actually bloated with the moisture. You're seeing just a few little corpses now and again of these creatures.
That could be a
Interesting.
problem.
Somebody else dealing with them, possibly?
Can I do an investigation check on what kind of creature it is?
Yeah, give me an investigation then. As the group is walking along, there's this moment where suddenly one bit of the rope goes slack and the other goes taut. As Cornelius just stops for a second to bend down and scoop up sort of the most intact specimen, although he does it with a stick, of course. This one's a little smaller than the one you found on Malgern's leg. It still has some of the maw intact. The front of it is just a maw of circular teeth. Looking very sharp, all things considered. And it has a very faint, noxious smell.
Interesting.
Actually, let's see. With 15, I'll let you roll in nature. See if you know accounts of this here.
Bam!
Yeah. You've heard accounts of these kind of creatures or distinctive traits. This is a rot grub. They are well known and feared around wetland regions because they will burrow into the flesh and start making their way towards either the victim's brain or their heart. And they are just devouring you as they go. You know that potent healing magics can get rid of them. Also, any kind of fire damage done to someone who is covered in them will get rid of them.
So, flaming hands, gotcha. Burning hands.
Yeah. Burning hands on Malgern, for example, that would get rid of any rock grubs clinging to him.
Not the beard.
And
Don't
the beard.
worry, I'll just use the shape magic so you automatically do the.
Oh no, he's got to take the fire damage for it to count.
Oh yeah, but he's only taking half.
Yeah. And yeah, they are very nasty creatures. Usually come in swarms. Which is odd because you're just finding them in 1s and 2s as you continue on this path.
Hmm. So either perhaps either our guest is killing these things off, or they're dying from being in here.
I wager that something's killing it.
I would rather them just dying from lack of food.
Yeah, I doubt it from that.
It's hard to tell. Some are shriveled, some are chewed on as well, and a few are just bloated from soaking up water. Faint hints of that noxious smell just tickling at your nostrils.
Also, I inform our cleric about how to deal with these worms.
Yeah, you know that lesser restoration would work on it. For some reason, mechanically, they work as a disease.
Oh, well, that works. I can do something about that then.
So everyone check if you feel something biting or gnawing at your legs.
It's an important thing to keep an eye on. As you continue along the path, you start Zarzul for a moment, you're not entirely sure, but then you see it looks like the sort of lights that Cornelius threw up. But they're further ahead. About 60 feet or so, judging. A few are moving, 1 or 2 are hovering. And there's about... You can tell there's about 4 from where you are.
I let Cornelius know to kill his lights. So
They're gone. He has to concentrate on the disc.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't bother having the dancing lights on after we had them on. Yeah.
Okay. I motion for the group to stay stealthy as we move towards them.
Forge on. Let's see here. I might actually finally change you out of the crypt map. Let's see. Okay. And yeah, it's time to put the icons on the map and change things up. You'll have to keep track of all your HP and whatnot. This is a different set. Need to get rid of Droop.
Wait. We've healed since then, right?
Not all of you.
Fuck.
I'm trying to remember if Siegfried had a short rest to get all his HP back or not.
Not that I know of.
Also, I completely forgot. Rain, did you bring Pufflesworth in here?
Well, I don't think Droop would be able to watch Pufflesworth.
You never know, he's quite brawny. Although technically they're actually at the same modifier of strength.
There were a couple of times where I was about to ask, but I figured, no, I should not remind Corvus about it.
Oh, fucking metagaming are we? We'll see how that plays out.
Wow.
The main question is, if I tried to tie Pufflesworth to the cart, how would that have gone?
Some distance, possibly.
Likely would have chewed through the rope.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I think I'll have to take Pufflesworth with.
Bum, bum, ba, ba.
Well, give me give me two. Actually, I'll have to
Oh,
give them because I've got the
no.
sheet.
Oh,
Let's see,
no.
2 survival rolls from Pufflesworth on those challenges.
Oh no!
Womp womp.
And nah, he would have been sure-footed enough. So yeah, he keeps mewling and trying to lean back and gnaw at his leg because there's a leech hanging off it.
Aww.
Although by this point it would have dropped off both him and Siegfried. The wound bleeds a little bit, but hey, it doesn't hurt. It's just, it's an
That
open
means you're a
wound.
leper. You no longer feel pain.
It's just it's an open wound in a swamp. Although one thing you have noticed is there's not much fauna around here. Some of you have heard stories of a wetlands you've been geared up for, possibly a crocodile or swarms of insects, and there's not a lot here. It's just mud, decay, and these lights. As you finally approach, and I'm going to need an initiative roll.
Oh.
But give me a second though, because I've got to bring up a map and all that there, and I've also got to mark out this area that you can see as the objects start to shine brighter. The players are in the crypt. Now they are in the swamp, and you'll be sort of top middle. And initiative. There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
I gotta find the swamp.
Click my little icon.
I don't see anything. It's all black.
No, you should be top middle.
This
I'm
is
gonna be so-
great and all, but
Let me zoom all the way out.
Yeah.
okay.
Gonna be so happy when my new mouse arrives.
Aha! I found myself finally.
Jesus. Okay. Wow. So,
Ah, crap.
let's see, 4.
Oh,
There we go. So this one is on a 21 plus 9 dex. Why did that not go in? Okay, there we go. Then I think this guy is at not bad. As these things light up, they are just glowing little orbs floating around right now. Also, on that starting block of where you are, you guys can arrange yourselves correctly. Because I assume Pufflesworth isn't leading from the front.
No, he's not.
So it's a little
Wait,
bit
goes
far.
Samstool.
My mouse is acting really strange at the moment.
What's wrong with it?
When I was dragging myself around, it was scrolling the map at the same time.
Oof.
Oh, that's a new one.
Sounds like a sticky click.
Where did Pufflesworth go? Oh, there
He's
he
right
is.
there, it's just
Okay.
his icon's pretty dark.
There we go. Hide behind the big dwarf.
Castalia bringing up the rear as her leg is still soaked. Already everyone rolled? Yes? Yeah, I think so. And descending order. Okay. It's this creature up first as it floats along, right towards Malgern. Let's see here. actually.
What is that thing? I don't like this.
Actually, correction, this thing isn't going to do that at all. It's going to disappear. Malgurn, it is your turn now.
Wait, I was gonna hit it.
You can see that there's these free orbs of light now. There used to be 4. And you can also see further ahead, there's a strange creature just dragging itself along. It looks like a very large snail. The shell is glistening but also iridescent. You can see all kinds of colors throughout it.
Oh.
Instead of the usual 2 antennae on a... well, whatever those eye stalks are on a snail. You can see that there's several of them, and they all end in spikes.
I don't like this.
Also, for purposes of this area, it's all difficult terrain.
Oh.
And if you want to hop across
that
the water, that will be a jump, unless you want to try and splash through and test your luck.
How does that work exactly?
It's
Okay.
half your movement, really, to get around.
Well, can I spring?
Yeah, you can spring. That's what your boots are for.
Yeah,
That'll be in athletics, to try and hop across.
that would be athletics.
Yep. Yeah, you're able to make it with the magical incantations lay down in your boots. Certainly not another relative's. Certainly not pried off his dead, cold corpse.
Oh no, I've always had these boots.
You've always had these boots, of course.
Yeah, family heirloom. Yes.
And yeah, you're able to land on the edge there of this moss-streaked bit of land. There's this horrible moment where you tense up for a second. You just feel your weight pressing down on things are sliding and shifting. But you seem okay.
But I made it.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna hit this flashy thing.
Alright, that's a hit. 9 slashing. Let's see here. Okay.
Then I'm gonna hit the shiny thing.
Yeah, as you just carve through this beacon of light. And you hit it again. That one does not hit, as it just darts away from your blade.
Ooh, 17 doesn't hit. Ooh.
Does not hit. But you managed to cut it once.
Can I attempt to push it to the ground?
Actually, I
because
think
these
it's
are
immune
weird.
to that, but you can shove it if you
Yeah.
want to try.
I didn't know.
Yes. Generally, things that hover, you can't push them onto the ground, because...
Then I will just leave it where it is. I would like to stay as close to it as possible. It's not getting away from me.
Okay. This one moves in.
Bring it on.
Let's see, I think I had them under the Grateful Undead. Yes, I did. As it's going to try and shock you, as you can see electricity flaring around the light orb.
That's okay. I'm only covered in metal.
Sadly, that's a miss.
It is.
Yep. As it just
You must
continues
have
to
been well
hover.
earthed.
I laugh in its general direction.
Siegfried, your turn is up. Your ankle hurts.
In this case, I'm not moving. Out with the
Come on,
crossbow.
try to jump in the water. You can make it, buddy.
I mean, you can make
I'm
the
gonna
jump, the landing
crossbow
might be a
the,
bitch.
I'm going to crossbow the one that Malgurn already hit.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm short, so I don't have to duck.
Yeah, these things are floating above you right now. 20 is a solid hit,
Picture. Oh, nice.
and you get your sneak attack damage as well. So that's
Picture myself
21
reaching out with my
damage.
longsword.
And it's still up. It's blinking. It's blinking. It definitely looks like it's hurt. As far as you can tell, a light source can be hurt. But it's still there. You feel that the bolt didn't sink in properly. This
Yeah.
is not a substantially solid creature.
I shout at Malgurn, "You're doing well! Hit him again!" There's a bonus action for help.
Alright, you have been assisted.
Excellent.
There we go. Any trudging movement?
No, I'm standing where I am. I
Oh,
don't want
I
to
get a
move.
little flag. How cute.
Alright, it's the turn of this one now. And it's going to... Oop. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Click, 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 click. It's gonna vanish. Wolfgang, your turn is up. You are a horribly soggy dog right now. All 4 of your legs are just caked in mud. The underside just full of dirt. It's not been a good day for this dog.
This dog is just going to wander over here and protect the healer.
By leaving a gap in front of her, okay. It's now the turn of this one. Make sure I'm on the right layer. It is also
No,
going to try and
Puffsworth.
shock the only living creature in front of it.
The dwarf can take Pufflesworth.
Yep, no good. Castalia.
I'm low to the ground. I'm very grounded. Bring it on.
You call that lightning?
If only my tosser could emit lightning. Show these. What for?
Hmm.
Make your choice.
I'm just plotting movement.
You've only got 3 squares at the moment. Unless you dash.
Oh,
Not trying to
oh
rush
right,
her.
it's difficult to read.
Yeah, it's all difficult terrain.
Okay.
It's hard to get around right
That
now.
makes it easy.
Oh!
Let's move here.
Also just realized
I'd
something
be-
that I forgot about.
Very forgetful god.
Yeah, in this case it was. Malgern, give me a strength roll. Or an athletics. Rest of the party also give me a strength roll. Because you're roped together, and he leapt for it.
Oh.
This is fine. This is fine.
Oh crap!
This is fine.
You all managed to keep
The
to
wis-
plant your feet well enough.
The wizard stands his ground.
Yeah, the wizard stands his ground. A few of you get pushed forward, and Malgern is in the drink. He's only up to his knees.
God damn it.
So it's pretty shallow.
Yep, he's pretty shallow, and you lot are moved a little bit closer, because I forgot about that bit.
Welcome to Malgern's wild ride.
As he just leapt off using all his magical might.
I'm helping.
Sorry about that.
It wasn't so bad, but now I'm very soggy. The beard
Yeah,
is
you
wet,
are-
so I'm not a happy.
The splash you made was stupendous. You are just drenched right
Beard
from the
is
tip of your
wet.
helmet.
Oh god, it's gonna take me. Oh.
Your beard is a sodden singular mass. It looks like it looks like an overly long goatee right now.
Oh, I feel like a human.
Well, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to Eldritch Blast twice. The one to the left of Malgern.
Okay.
I do have my Warhammer available, but considering where everyone is, that's not the best option.
That's definitely a hit, and it clouts against it with full force. That one also hits too. Just.
Go Warlock, it's your birthday.
As you just bash this thing twice with those rays of black energy. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything for me.
Alright, Zarzul. You are familiar with these creatures. They are will-o'-the-wisps.
I somehow thought they might be, yes.
They are known for leading away travelers to their doom. They are known for sucking the life out of anyone injured enough.
Okay. Well, we're not injured anyway, so we're all good.
You also know that they're resistant to normal attacks. We need magical effects on them.
Oh.
Which is why Siegfried's bolt didn't find its mark properly last time.
Okay. I'm gonna just loose an arrow at the one at the left of Malgern.
It's resistant, not immune.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll mark it first, though.
You're gonna mark it?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Little flame symbol for marking for some reason. Everyone does that. That's a miss, as it just sails off wide.
No fireball.
Anything else?
Oh, well. No, all I've got left is movement.
Yeah, these are blinking lights which see with electricity. They are hard to hit. It is now the Flailsnell's turn. It's going to move in difficult terrain. It is done moving. Its turn is over.
Oh, this creature.
Cornelius, your turn is up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and hit this one with a Ray of Frost.
Okay. That is a miss.
Yeah.
It just seems like your ray of frost just gets sort of clagged down in the horrible, like, oh, what's the right word for it? When the air is soaked. When the air is rich in moisture. Is it humidity?
Humidity?
Yeah. It just seems to be weighed down. It can't quite reach its mark. Still got what there is of your movement and a bonus.
Yeah, I'm so standing here.
Okay. Rain, you also recognize will-o'-wisps. You've been told about stories of them. Although yours are a bit more folkloric than how to kill them. Just never to trust them.
Well, I'll trust it dead. So, I suppose that one that's attacking Malgern needs to go away. So, let's cast this at this.
It's a weird moment as you build up that little globule of divine energy and chuck it. It sails off, but you can see that, just like the dancing lights and whatnot, the light from it was getting absorbed by the fog as it sails off into the sky. That was a miss, sadly.
Oh. The 17's a miss?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no, I swung at it. And
Yeah.
these
These
things
are
have
just
a
little
high-
orbs of light. It's kind of hard to hit them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I smash them with my smashing?
Well, in that case, I'm going to keep Mr. Pufflesworth right next to me, and then that's... I'm going to yell
Let
at
him
the dwarf.
chase the shiny orb. He,
Oh,
he'll be
hell
good at
no!
it.
I'm going to shout at the dwarf. Smash it. I'm not being very
Why
articulate
is
right now.
everyone shouting at the dwarf? What did I do?
You're the one who
You
needs to be
jumped
shouted
off
at, that's the reason.
directly, You jumped off directly to go fight both of them, taking everyone
I'm-
along.
Look.
If you rolled high enough, you could have pulled them all into the water. It would have been beautiful.
Oh, fuck me, that reminds me, I forgot what I wanted to do for my first thing as a round.
Oh.
Tie off the rope.
Anything else, Rain?
Nope, that'll do it.
Tie off your rope, you idiot.
She's already used her action.
I was about to say, yeah, I've already done all my bits.
Okay,
Alright.
that counts as
He
an
yelled
action.
at me. As she has been known to
And
do.
as your hand sinks down, there's a flash of light to your side. As a will-o'-wisp appears beside you. Although it will be attacking from invisibility, so it will be at advantage on Rain.
Hey,
Well, it
friend.
did not matter. A 12 finally doesn't hit her. As it just floats there menacingly, crackling of electricity. Malgern,
Well,
you are
can
soaked.
screw right off.
You seem to remember that you leapt at the first opportunity, and then there was this weird tug behind you. Are you muted?
No,
Well,
there's a tug behind me.
yep, there was a tug behind you when you jumped.
Oh, that might be a problem.
It could be the entire party that you were tied to.
Nah, they're fine. I mean, it was only a tug. It wasn't that heavy, right? Okay. So
It was only a tug. How
I'm gonna
did it
hit
end
the
up like
marked
this?
one, I guess. Because nobody else seems to be helping.
What do you mean? I hit it.
You're being helped.
They're just shouting at me.
No, I mean Siegfried is actively helping you by shouting at you.
So I would be an advantage, I take it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a hit. And yeah, you just cleave through it. It is... There's a moment of fitful light, and then gone.
And then... So that one's gone. I'm gonna try to hit the other one.
That's a hit. And you do the full 7 as the thing tries to dance around your blade, and you manage to bring down the edge just in time to catch it. It spins for a moment erratically. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, good.
Still up. I'm gonna stay right there.
Yeah, you're still in the water too.
Oh.
Which gives advantage to this creature as it tries to shock you with electricity while you're in the water, while you're soaked.
It'll be fine.
You will be
I
fine.
told you to be fine.
Man, my rolls today.
That's steel armor must be
Still
working
grounded.
him well.
I'm still grounded.
Yeah.
Yep. However, you splashing in has stirred up some of the creatures in the area,
Uh-oh.
Bum, 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 bum.
as a mass of
Red.
those white,
Oh,
maggot-like creatures
Oh,
rise out.
no. Ugh.
Now look at what you've done.
I did nothing of the sort.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. There we go. As free swarms of rot grubs emerge from their hidden areas.
Oh, 3. Ooh.
Yep.
Wait, where's the... Okay, there's
Now
the...
I gotta look at the fucking
Where?
private study here to make sure I got these. Because I rolled their initiatives in secret. Haha.
Plow snail just sitting there chilling.
Yeah?
He ain't gonna do nothing. He's just gonna chill.
For now. And with that, the Will-o'-the-Wisp is turned for the rock grubs. Alrighty, let's see here. It is... Oh, yes. Rock grub bites. To no avail.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't. But it's trying. Siegfried, you're up. There's now a couple more things looking to eat you lot.
Yeah. I'm going to move up to here. I believe that's within range.
Up to where, sorry?
I
Actually,
think just above the Will-o'-wisp.
okay, I can see you now, yeah.
And using my new flashy sword,
Yep, your luck blade.
I'm going to stab it.
You failed.
And miss horribly.
Ah.
Well, actually, no, you would get flanking with Zarzul, so... A little bit.
Still misses. I mean, there's
Yeah, but you were meant to be rolling twice anyway, so roll again. We'll take the first result.
Hey, you sure it rolls twice there by default?
Yeah, but you're meant... I prefer to toggle advantage or not.
I just have it set. by default to do it that way, and then I can figure out what it does later.
See, that's the reason I don't like to do that, is for stuff like my cleric, who's able to impose disadvantage on an attack once it's been rolled. So it's kind of annoying when the results are already there and you know, oh, it wouldn't matter if I do anything here. So I'll give you one more roll, since you would be at advantage for flanking. There, that's a hit.
Thanks.
That's a good crit. Look at that. And your
Crit?
sneak
What?
attack
Huh?
is 4d6.
Didn't. I was just noticing it did draw the crit thing, but
Yeah,
that
it wouldn't.
crit's actually wrong.
Well, what's your sneak attack damage currently? 3d6?
3d6.
Yes. The crit's wrong, but that's a good damage value for the current
I
battle.
gotta figure that one out later.
Yeah.
We'll sort that out later, don't worry about it.
But yeah, you stab this thing just upwards into the light, and there's just barely a flicker as you draw the blade away. It's still there, but it's barely there.
It sounded like one of those.
It's a bit of a
The
amalgam.
halogen. It sounds like one of the halogen lamps when you go by and you can hear them flicker on and off. Clink, 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 clink.
The one that is invisible is still gone.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna shout to Malgrun. Good job. Keep going.
You continue to be assisted and shouted at. It's positive reinforcement, damn it.
Exactly.
And since you're still in the water, you're still going to get shocked at advantage. And to still no avail. I have not been rolling well today. Wolfgang, it is your turn. There's a lot of horrible, nasty things approaching.
Oh, Wolfgang is going to bite at the flesh he likes.
"21 hits, and it's a very strange moment. It looks like he just jumps up and swallows the light. There is no will-o'-the-wisp. He didn't swallow anything. It's just gone.
Wolfgang looks disappointed.
Poor pauper.
Oh, because the other things to bite around here look a lot less tasty.
They also look like they've got a lot of mouths. I assume that's it for his turn?
Yep.
Alright, Castalia.
Alright. This is a bit problematic. I'm going to try and try and attack the Will of the Wisp by Malgern so he stops being flanked. And I have to prepare. Oh, thank you, double click. You made my job easier.
Both those hit as you just... No, actually the 18 doesn't. But you smash it with one blast for 8 force damage. It's a hell of a thing to try and target this little erratically floating wisp, but you managed to get a bead on it after the first shot. Anything else?
We're doing it, guys.
No, I got nothing else, just reactions.
Okay. Zarzul.
But I'm all set for the crawling horrors coming in.
Yep,
With
about
their 0
then.
modifier.
I bring out the crossbow. I give the knob that little bit of a twist, and I fire an arrow off at the one on the left-hand side there, the rock grubs.
Alright, you bring up the crossbow, you twist the nozzle, you unleash a bolt, which sails past, but as it does, you notice there's a lot of fire around you right now. Give me a dex save as you catch a pocket of gas right beside you. You take 4 points of fire damage as there's just an eruption beside you.
Ooh.
And roll your damage, because you did damage the rock grubs. That's not correct. You need the... Was it 1d6 of fire?
1d10, I thought.
Was it 1d10 of fire? Yeah, 1d10, because that's a charge, yeah. There we go. As you just light it up. Wow. That is precisely enough to wipe out the horde as there's an explosion of flame. They writhe, they wither, they crinkle up, they crackle, and they're gone. Any movement?
No, I don't think so.
Flail Snail's turn. Flail Snail's turn is over. Cornelius.
That poor snail.
Okay, I'm guessing you can't see the gas pockets.
Not without a decent check, just to sort of get an idea of them. You know, like, this is a rush of a moment thing, so you're not really sniffing deep for methane or looking for a haze.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's gonna be on the...
But yeah, you all did see just explosion beside Zarzul.
Yeah. Because I was about to move up to this one and do flaming hands, but I'm starting to think otherwise.
You do realise we've got 2 lit lamps where we are.
They're sealed, however, and they're also not much
Yeah.
fire. Like, when you fire a bolt, it bursts into flame.
I think I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna do a thunder wave instead, creating a 15-foot cube
Alright.
in front of me, so I can hit the rock gutworms there.
Not sure if they can even beat your DC, so it's a con.
Let me just check. Oh, fuck off. Oh, wait, oh, right, that's not... No, never mind. Yeah. I rolled... Oh my fucking god.
Well, they take the full damage as you unleash this massive force of thunder's power. This huge sound wave that reverberates throughout the swamp. And 2 maggots are imploded by it.
I mean,
The rest of the swarm
better
are
than
pushed.
0 maggots.
Is it 10 foot or
my
5 foot?
God. It's 10 feet.
Alright, they are pushed. As just leaving the crushed remains of the 2 maggots.
What the actual fuck?
As we all lose to maggots.
That's amazing.
Wouldn't be the first time. I mean, we were almost killed by goblins in the first campaign.
Rain, your turn is up as you watch the mighty wizard Cornelius Sent do his best. It was that really was a Shakespearean line. That was all sound and fury signifying nothing.
Well, I'm going to help the dwarf, and I'm going to try to... What am I going to do now?
This is why you should have had a cantrip. A damaging cantrip.
Oh, no.
I gave you a
quite
chance to
happy.
swap it out.
Pledge.
Oh, I know, but Rain is very stubborn.
Okay.
Yeah, just like her player.
It will be the death of her. I can assure you. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud?
No. Pufflesworth. Clearly.
No, he'll be the death of the party.
No bad, no unintended consequences whatsoever.
How
I'm...
did Pufflesworth respond to the fire explosion and the thunder
Why
wave
are you
going off?
reminding him?
Give me a strength save.
Ah.
Correction, strength check. Well, it doesn't matter because you don't have proficiency in it, so... He's gonna try his hardest. He tried to back up, but you managed to keep the leash and the rope taut.
So, I'm going to assist the doggo. I'm going to put my hands on the doggo, and I'm going to make it so that they can.
Yep.
Have
Guidance
fun.
is a great cantrip.
Yes. That's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to give Cornelius a very slow clap.
The rot grubs surge forth, using all of their speed. Next turn. It's a swarm of maggots. They're not all that speedy.
Eh,
Alright.
Malgern.
oh.
What do I swing
If
at?
we
There's
can
this-
get rid of
Decisions,
the
decisions.
will-o-wisp, we can probably kite the rest of them around.
You do remember how you watched as one of them was trying to go to town on your leg. But then there's also that blinking light that's been trying to zap you repeatedly.
Yeah, and I'm in water, and sooner or later that thing's gonna connect.
Yep.
So we're gonna swing at the blinky lights.
That is absolute devastation. The lights are sundered. Also, as you swing, you notice water's gone past your knees.
Oh, well then.
You might want to fix that.
It's getting a bit. It's getting a bit high
I'm
now. It's
busy
starting.
here.
It's starting to get to your kegs.
I'm kind of busy. We can use our
I
second
could
attack.
go back one step just to get towards the edge without taking an attack of opportunity.
Would that help at all, or would I still be in water?
I mean, you're still kind of in water, but you'd move up a bit because you're getting to the shore.
Yeah. We're gonna move back,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna try to hit the maggot things.
That is actually
Probably
a
not
miss
going to. Yeah.
because the assistance was on your first attack. No, wait a minute. What am I saying? No, correction. Let's see. Yeah, it is a miss because it's a 1 on the dice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, going to assume I can't push a pack of maggots to the ground. So
You have to
we're
hit
just gonna-
anyway to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to make a hit. You're right.
Yep.
So that's my turn.
Yep.
Slowly move out of the water.
Yep. The maggots are
Oh,
going to move
the
now.
lightning danger has. Wait, what? What?
They just cover you right now. They just start to climb up. Let's see here. Yeah, they're starting to infest the beard as well.
Ugh.
They can't get through your armor under your clothes though, but they're wriggling all over you right now, trying to find a bit of flesh they can start burrowing into. Siegfried. Luckily, they haven't gotten past the waistline really
Yet.
yet, but they are.
Cod piece.
But
Cod piece.
yeah, there is a problem here. They could get to your kegs.
Oh no.
Siegfried, your
Would me
turn is up.
actually hitting them with a sword actually count, or am I going to end up hitting Nogern instead?
I mean, it's a swarm, so you could probably take a few of a sweep of blade.
Yeah, I'm more worried about what I'm going to get
This has
along
bad
with the
idea
sweep
written
of
all
blade.
over it.
It's fine. I mean, they're not covering his face or anything. It's just you got to swing at his crotch. Stab at it with your sword. That's what it does. It stabs. It does piercing damage.
I'd like, yeah. No, I dropped my crossbow there, so I can't go and pick that up. Well, could I pick up my crossbow and use that instead?
Yeah, sure. If you want to take a shot at him, you can run across,
Yeah,
pick
I'm
up a
gonna take a
crossbow.
shot.
No.
No, don't worry about that. I'm going to take a shot at the ones on the right.
Okay.
Now, can I use my sword's luck feature?
You can. Yes, because you're attuned to it. That's all it requires. There you go. The 22 is a definite hit. Roll your damage. While the arcane spell of thunderous noise manages a paltry amount of maggots, the bolt just lodges in. Even in its tumbling, it manages to crush a couple. As it just destroys 12 of the swarm.
hate all of you.
It's now Wolfgang's turn. Oh, I suppose, do you have bonus action help for anything?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Cornelius. I'm going to give the help action to him. I just kind of pat him on the back and go, "You can do better next time."
Cornelius, you feel patronized but assured.
At least be glad Droop's not here.
Wolfgang, your turn is up.
Okay. Thing is going to advance on the pack and show the wizard how it's done.
And remember, he is guided.
Yeah, so you can... it won't be an issue as long as he doesn't roll a 1. So yeah, he's fine there. That's a hit.
Now, are the maggots gonna be knocked prone?
Let's
I don't
see
think
here.
the maggots are alive at this point.
They are immune to being prone. You might think it's because they're already prone, technically. And yeah, it's a weird, unsettling moment as Wolfgang. You can see his lips curling back, the nose wrinkling as he starts to bite down on them. Each one in sequence, just getting a mash. And the scent is just filling his nose right now. He is not enjoying this. But he does slaughter the remaining swarm. Finishing the job somewhat started by a wizard.
At least it was 2 less he had to eat.
And for now, we are out of initiative. Oh, what am I
No,
fucking
we
talking about? There we go. Still got the swarm on Malgern. For a moment, I thought that was his token still. No, it's the bugs.
And the snail.
They don't even look the same.
It's like a beard of bugs. Castelia.
Well, now it's the time to shine. I take a step forward, reaching into my pack of spices, pull out salt, and throw it all over them, shouting, "Leeches be gone."
I suppose it'd be a deck save from the rock grubs. They're not really as wet and sticky as a leech or a slug. But you do manage to shake a few off. Roll me a d4.
Okay.
One of them managed to get it inside its throat. Well, what it has of the current gullet, and starts to wither away and fall off. The rest are annoyed, you think? The dwarf is now seasoned.
And annoyed.
There are soul crystals throughout his beard. And yet he doesn't feel dry. Anything else? I'll assume no, Zarzul, your turn is up.
No, I got nothing else.
Okay, Zarzul's going to move up to Badir and use his precision equipment to deal with some of these rock grubs.
Let's see here. Okay. Did you attune to the dagger?
It's been long enough, yeah.
You also filled the information in wrong. Well, it's a choice you have to make. It's not just it's on your person.
Okay.
So did you choose in the ride here to...
I would have been busy with the hood, I assume.
Well, it's up to you. There was a couple of hours on the journey.
Yeah, I'll go with I attuned.
Okay, you attuned to it.
Right.
Also, you need to fill in the necrotic dice. There's no actual damage there.
It's another 1d6.
Yep. Incidentally, you can use a magic item if you haven't attuned to it. It's just you won't get any of the benefits. As Malgern, there's this moment where this fucking little dragon creature steps up beside you, slopping around in the mud. he unsheaths that fucking sharpened bit of human bone, and then he spears it down towards your crotch.
Oh no! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Fortunately, what comes up is just a load of impaled and a couple of shredded maggots, as he takes out 11 of them.
I guess that's okay.
Flailsnow's turn. Flailsnow's turn over. Cornelius.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up here and apologize to the dwarf, and then reach out with a shocking grasp on the remaining maggots.
Oh, You know what? Just for the sake of it, Malgern, as he reaches for these maggots and zaps through your armor to hit them, you're going to take the 1 point of damage as well. As one maggot falls off. Slightly twitching. It might not even be dead, for all you know.
God damn.
Someone's just not doing too good today.
What is going on with these fucking dice? Hang on, just out of,
Yeah, it's
just
clearly
out of
your
curiosity.
Yeah. No, don't worry. I had some fucking weird rolls last Monday.
Okay, so it can
He's
roll
also
out of this.
failed to shock me, what, 3 times? In water?
Yeah?
So, I mean, everybody's getting it tonight.
Rain, it's your turn now. As Cornelius has done a masterclass of how to use our arcane arts. Oh.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I just reminded that I only rolled with an advantage because of the
Yeah.
Siegfried's encouragement.
So I can go 3 spaces. Can I walk through Zarzul just to check?
Yeah, you can go for friendly creatures, you just can't stand in the same Actually, you could even stand in his spot, because he's a size smaller than you.
Oh no, I'll go ahead. I'm coming up over here. I'm just gonna try to hit. Sorry, Malgern. I'm gonna try to hit them with my hammer.
Oh, go for it. That's a hit. And you destroy 4 of the bugs. You do 4 times as well as the wizard.
And the dwarf is prone as a mace has just been slammed into his nuts.
Yeah, there's just this horrible moment where she just approaches, and you don't fucking trust elves, especially not half ones.
No, I don't!
As this holy mace just strikes down in front of you, and you're waiting for the crunch and the clang.
Just brace for impact.
A little bit of muddy water does just fleck your face as she splashes into it, but you seem intact. It's also now your turn, as everyone around is helping. You've been seasoned, you've been almost stabbed. You've been electrocuted. Minorly.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Oh,
wizards
no,
can
hang on.
electrocute, but
I
the
forgot.
wizard can't.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Mr. Pufflesworth wants to help. Oh,
Excellent.
that's a bad miss, so...
Oh dear.
Yeah. Malgern, there's this moment where you watch as this baby owlbear leans in, trying to swipe at the maggots, and it just sort of... It catches on your trousers and just sort of pricks into you. You don't feel damage, and it feels like he's trying.
He's doing his best.
And then he's just...
Petting you encourages me.
And then this sogging, mud-streaked owlbear pufflet that's now in the water with the rest of you just peels back, a little ashamed.
Aww.
Now it's Malgern's turn.
So how does this work if I want to get these maggots off me?
I mean, you can move.
So
Move
I
up
can't
to 2
just
squares
move.
and drop and roll.
I can move past Zarzul.
Yeah, in moving, you're just sort of shaking them off. They haven't begun to burrow yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over here.
Give me a deck save. there is this horrible moment where you put your foot forward and you just think, no, I shouldn't, and you shuffle to the side a bit and step forward, and you're up to your chest in water now.
Oh, fuck.
And that's the success.
Yeah, I know. Well, I
that's
can
fitting.
still try to swing at the maggots, yes.
Yep. On TV currently, I've got, was it World's Worst Records? And the current one is most maggots moved in the mouth within an hour.
I will attempt to beat this record.
That is a hit.
That is a hit? Okay.
Yep. Basically, you have to roll anything but a 1. And you just shred through the remainder of them.
Okay, they're gone. Cool.
Yep, they are gone. Now you're out of initiative.
Ugh, gross.
But the map is still active.
From a safe distance, I'm going to examine the flail snail, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, we're out of initiative. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this now. Shit.
We've still got a will-o-wisp somewhere, but it's disappeared and made a run for it, I
So-
guess.
Since we're out of initiative, can I climb out of the fucking water?
You can,
Over
yes.
here? Okay. I'm getting the fuck out of that water.
So, in what way are you going to analyze this creature? How are you approaching?
From a fair distance away. I don't think I've ever seen a flail snail before.
Roll me in nature, just to get the basics. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Every time it's about an animal, it's a fucking 1 or a 2.
The wizard know more about it. I think we need to switch class here.
It's a big snail. It's a really big snail. Looks like it might have flails on it. It could in fact be called a flail snail. You feel proud of yourself. You've named this creature. There's no way anyone else thought of that.
I wonder if its shell's worth money, being that nice iridescent.
It is incredibly shiny.
Guys, there be a shiny snail.
Yes, it's noticeable. Thank you.
We've already figured that out.
You can see all kinds of colors flickering through it as it continues to move at full speed.
I think I'll try and do an investigation check to see in the area if there's any indication for the footprints we have followed, to see if there's a corpse or something lying around.
It's a little hard. You're not a natural tracker by nature. As you just look around, you start... It just seems like everything's been trodden and soaked here.
As if people have been walking around in a battle.
I mean, only in the immediate area, but it's just... You look all around you and it just looks all rotted, distorted, disheveled. It looks like it's a mess. You can't really see the wood for the trees in a way.
So, Sarsul, can you see if the tracks stopped here we've been following, or are they continuing on?
I shall search around.
Oh dear.
Flail snail continues to move at a quick pace.
Yep.
Do we want to do anything about that?
I don't know. Do we want it shell or not?
Do we want its shell or not? He said.
It could be
We
delicious
have
for all
to
you
try
know.
and get it out of here, which probably is not the easiest of things.
Do we really want to provoke another fight in this swamp?
Oh, we're going to do that anyway, but do we really want to attack a big snail?
As you have a look around as well, you're leaving this topic to the rest of the party to help decide. I mean, you think it could be delicious. But you're also checking around for signs, and you can see that what you can gather, the tracks seem to start let's see, where's the pointer? There we go. You can see that they're going off this way.
Hmm.
Follow that snail.
The snail continues to move. And is done moving. Well,
Well, I suggest we.
that-
Yeah.
You reckon we could tie a boat behind it and use it as a pack mule?
yes, please, put more force on it. Make it walk in a burdened way.
I believe we can move faster than this creature.
I mean, I am very
see-
fast.
Hmm. Let us head towards this.
Does anybody
what's that,
else want to
southwest.
think about the flail snail? I'll give an opportunity if Cornelius would like to.
Or what? Like investigate it or?
It'll
do
be an
something
arcana.
about it? Arcana check. Okay.
Because you're pretty convinced by the look of this creature, it's definitely not some normal beast. Even by the standards of oversized creatures.
24.
Yep. You're thinking back to some of the text and some of the instructions you were let in. A flail snail shell is said to be an incredible ingredient in making things. The shell itself has anti-magic properties.
Ooh.
And the creature itself isn't actually of this realm, it is an elemental.
I don't think this thing belongs here.
So is that a statement of we should kill it or we should leave it alone?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be much use for it. I think its shell is highly resistant against the magic's art, but maybe we can use it against something else in this swamp if we were to
Or-
acquire it.
It also might be worth something, is what you're saying.
Such petty things you can think about. Yes.
The question is, how difficult would it be to kill it?
Have a
Wanna
more
know this?
important question. How does it taste?
I do not know if elemental creatures have a taste as such. I believe most of it is banished upon death.
Bit of an earthy flavor to it.
Okay. Might do. You'd be okay with a bit of garlic and onion.
As you're
I believe it
conversing
could
here,
be worth capturing this creature.
as you're conversing, you do notice that the fog is starting to close in again.
Well, whatever we're gonna do, let's do it so we can get out of here.
Wait a sec. That snail is anti-magic, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Is the fog around the snail?
There is fog starting to build up around the snail.
It's not casting light. But it's probably not being too bothered about the everything else.
The
about-
tracks head off that direction. Shall we kind of just follow behind and see what else happens?
Shall we just follow at a snail's pace?
Well, we're going to do something. So let's get moving. As I hobble away.
I start following the snail.
Yeah, I'll follow everybody else.
At this point, the party forget that they're all roped together.
That's true.
I say we are.
Following who?
There we go.
I say, at this point, I'm untying my rope. There's no need for it at the moment.
No, we can see this progress.
Slowly, the flail snail
snail's
turns to look at you all as you start approaching.
It's an elemental, isn't it? It's not an actual proper creature.
Everyone, give me a wisdom save.
Here we go. Oh, sweet, I actually have proficiency.
Oh wait, I just threw wisdom and not wisdom saves. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Let's see, where is it actually here?
Top left, really. Your save box, just above your skills.
Oh yeah, here it is. Oof.
That's kind of fitting in a way, really. Zarzul, Siegfried, and Cornelius. For you, this moment didn't exist, as the snail's shell starts to reverberate with a multitude of colors, and then there's this blinding flash of light. The two humans and the kobold are just... No, wait a minute. Yeah, two humans and the kobold are just sort of staring off.
Oh dear.
Like, well, man.
There was just this resounding flash of bright light. And it's stinging for the rest of you. You're trying to blink it away, but they're just standing there. As this flail snail makes a daring escape. And then the lights around it ceases, and and the three members come back to their senses.
What happened?
Pretty lights.
Pretty colors.
What year it is? What year is this?
Fuck, I don't have an answer.
Marty!
I was about to say, if I had an answer, I would give him the wrong one.
Alright.
Are we sure I'm a cleric?
It continues to make its daring escape.
What happened? I remember looking at the snail and then
Well,
something. It feels like something has happened. I'm not sure what.
Should we just try to end it?
You're a cleric, right?
I just have to wonder because it apparently can mind screw everybody.
It's
So
not
maybe
that
we
it's
should
not
leave
that
it
it's
out
screwed with
here.
her heads. None of you feel weird. It's just it was such a bright flash. It felt like it overloaded your heads for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm indicating. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like I missed something, but I'm not sure what, and that's
Yeah.
freaking me out.
It's just sensory overload for a moment.
Yeah. So we're not gonna do anything. No one's gonna do anything about the snail.
That's what I'm asking. Is anybody else in with me in this, or are we just gonna like
I
stand here?
mean, I guess we could try to
You-
do something about the snail.
Much conviction here.
I
Yeah.
don't
If
know.
you're gonna-
I'm
If you're gonna strike the snail, strike it now.
Okay.
Before it
We're not all
escape,
tied
before it
together,
escape,
right?
You gotta
Before it
toss it, sir.
escapes.
You can toss it.
before it escapes, I shoot a ray of frost. It lost
Oh.
movement.
I mean, yeah.
Hang
we
on.
have a tosser. True.
Oh boy, this now comes the fun part.
Well, as you flung off your magic, it felt sure for a moment, but then it just veers off to the side as a cramp gets in your arm.
Do you not remember how it no
I'm-
magic?
Anti-magic, and I'm freaking out, remember?
And that'll be initiative.
Oh no.
You decide to attack the snail. Eventually.
I did, because people were shuffling around.
Why you do this?
Let's see.
Okay, it's a
I
snail.
wanna see-
Apparently, I clicked the wrong thing. So
It's apparently it doesn't get a turn.
Yes! Excellent.
So let's see, we need to add Reyna with her Mighty 3. I mean, look on the bright side. Everyone's going before the snail.
I mean, that was a... If someone was going after the snail, I would be confused.
Oh.
You mean
No.
the cleric? Oh, okay.
no, I rolled a 3.
Yeah. Alright, I think that's everyone, yeah?
This is gonna be so much fun.
I'm gonna say the snail gets one turn because you just attacked it. Which is going to
Yeah.
move. There we go. But it's also going to withdraw into its shell.
Oh.
Coward!
Zarzul. Your turn. Also, let's get Rain and Pufflesworth over here. There we go, in the chain.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna put an arrow into it. I'm not too sure what it's gonna do, but I don't see much happening about from this. But oh well.
All right, roll.
Ooh.
It just dinks off a shell.
Guys, new plan. Let's walk around it.
Any movement? Anything else?
Or you know, we could shoot into the shell. Just saying. Just saying.
Is that it for your turn, Zarzul? Any movement? Oh.
I'm gonna wander off this direction. I'm gonna leave the snail alone.
Kinda a bit late for that.
But what's gonna
Not
happen?
really.
This nail is gonna chase us down.
Well, more importantly, give me a strength. From Zarzul and the party.
Oh boy.
And the party.
Oh,
well,
yeah, 'cause
whoever's
he's
still
trying to
roped
wander off.
together.
No, I put.
No.
I said I
Yeah,
took
we're-
mine off.
Yeah,
I
Cornelius
thought
is
we were
fine.
unroped.
The rest of you,
Saver check.
it'll be a save.
Ah.
It'll be a save.
Here comes probably a double. Nope.
Zarzul, you go splash. as you try to just scamper and leap across, and then you stop moving forward. As the rope tightens behind you, you are now up to your neck in mire.
Oh well.
Oh well, that's it.
Malgern, it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna untie this goddamn rope.
All right, that's your action though, since there's a proper knot to be secure.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't want anyone to go missing that easily.
And I assume I can still toss it, yes?
Yeah, you can still toss it. You throw with enough force, it does hurt. Because it takes 7 bludgeoning. There's a moment where it looks like it's going to teeter over. Oh, what am I talking about, actually? You used your action.
Oh, right. Cause
Yeah, to untie the rope.
I get 2 attacks. Yeah, okay, so I don't even get... I keep thinking I still get 1 attack, but no, you're right.
Look on the bright side. It can't outrun you. Even as you're knee-deep in the muck. Cornelius, your nemesis, is across from you, still hiding in its shell like a coward.
Well, there's not much I can do magic-wise.
You could always give it a try.
No, I remember what happened last time my arm cramped up.
Well, yeah, but that was your fault, not the snails. Need more potassium in your diet.
Oh, is it because I rolled with the disadvantage? on
Yes.
it, or... Ah, okay. Gonna try and hit it with a firebolt this time.
Alright. Still a disadvantage. A 12 does not hit. Let's see here. Nope. It was... I typed a B game. Oh!
Yep. Here comes the fun.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see now. Who is this?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malgern, Cornelius, Siegfried, Wolfgang, and Zarzul. I will need a con save from a lot of you.
I'm good at these though, it's fine. Okay, that's not that great.
The wolf is the only one who toughs... Oh, shit. Press something wrong there. Ooh. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's fine. As everyone but the wolf takes 5 damage, Wolfgang only takes 2. As the firebolt flicks onto the shell, it spins around it for a second, and then there's a burst of flashing light as you take 1d6 force damage.
Okay, so no more magic. Gotcha.
God damn.
Anything else for your turn, Cornelius?
Yeah,
As you're
I'm gonna
having
move
one of the
close-
worst days
I'm
of your
gonna move
life.
Closer, because I'm gonna take my fucking oil, I'm gonna pour it all over the shell, and I'm gonna set it on fucking fire.
Well,
Oh no, God.
well, you're gonna do that next turn because that was your action.
Yeah.
Siegfried.
Oh. Hell.
Actually, you two should be back a few squares because it's still difficult terrain. Let's see. Yeah, I think Malgern moved 1 too far. There we go.
Oh, it is still difficult terrain?
Yeah, it's
even
still
though I'm on
difficult
the-
terrain.
That's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so.
It's still a
yeah, I
swamp.
moved back.
Well, I'm going to
Just-
use the rope that's attached to Zalzul and pull him out.
Alright, give me an athletics. And with that, you manage to pull him up against the shoreline. He's now only waist deep. Anything else?
Bonus.
Y'all are
action.
special.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to help somebody. Okay, I shout to Malgern, "You can do it!"
Bite its head off.
And I can't move back further because I'm wondering what happens when a magic weapon hits its shell.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's already happened. That didn't do anything strange. Okay, cool.
No magic weapon has hit it yet. That tosser hit didn't count. No, because he'd used his action before.
Okay.
Anything else? You done?
Yeah, I'm done. Don't really have any place to move to.
Wolfgang, bark bark. Woof. That sums up your turn so far.
The most
Yeah.
defensive, smart member of our team.
Gonna go over here, look down at the poor pathetic kobold, and drag him the rest of the way out.
Zarzul, you will be proud to know that your backpack was sealed firmly. Your stash is still fine.
Most excellent.
And yeah, you're now out of the water thanks to Wolfgang. Castelia. This has been a day.
Oh, this has been a delight.
Hell, for you, it's been 2 days. You haven't had time to sleep and,
Yeah, but-
and collate all this shit.
Yeah, but just seeing what is going, this has been worth it. Okay, so 2, 3. Thank you, mouse. And then Misty Step over here. Or before I Misty Step, will I end up dragging everyone?
No, if you Misty
It's
Step,
the
the rope will
teleport.
just fall down at your feet.
Alright then, Misty Step. And I'm done.
Okay. Rain.
Well,
Okay, come on.
untying the rope is an action, right?
Yeah, but currently it's just you. It's just you clumped together, lot.
Well, I'm going to untie the rope because I want to go somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm gonna untie the rope and I'm gonna be heading up over here
All right.
because I want to go hit it. I'm not doing the Cornelius thing.
Okay. It's now finally the flail snail's turn. It's going to move forward, and then it's going to attack. As it brings up those weird feelers the flail tentacles, which have reach.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo.
Ow.
So, it didn't have advantage. So, 25, 15, 15, 13, and 19. Which of those hit?
All of them?
They all hit. Oh, fuck.
They all hit.
Okay. Yeah. 18, 20. You take
24
24
damage.
Yeah, 24 points of bludgeoning damage. It just beats the shit out of you.
Ow.
As it just lashes out, the head part of it just becomes a swirling maelstrom, and it just unloads on the tiefling, who seems to be paying for Cornelius's actions.
Somehow this is the wizard's fault. It's
Oh, man.
always the fucking wizard's fault.
I'm just starting to think, I hope we didn't waste all our saltos and maggots.
And it
Because
moves
this
forward.
time it's actually appropriate.
It
Well,
is still,
it's not a beast, it's an elemental.
on the bright side, it is outside of its shell currently.
It's
Zarzul.
still a snail.
Yep.
It's just an elemental snail.
It is gooey looking, from its artwork, I can tell you that. Zarzul, your turn is up.
Oh, I'm gonna put an arrow in it.
That's a hit, as it lodges into the gooey flesh. And the thing recoils in pain, as the arrow just lodges inside. Anything else?
We can kill it.
Yeah, it bleeds. Sort of. It goos. Is that for the
And
kobold?
then I'm going...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for the kobold.
Yeah, it would have been over a minute actually, so your hunter's mark would be gone by now. Wait, does it last longer than that?
They do, but it would have dropped off after the fight, I think, or something.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Sure.
It would have been under an hour. How long is the duration on hunter's mark?
Quite a while because you can use it for tracking purposes.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
Spell
say
card, man.
that
Spell
way,
card.
damn it. Yeah.
Oh, where's my PHP? Hunter's mark. Concentration up to an hour. So it's still there, possibly. You gotta roll me a con
Okay,
save.
so I could have moved it round.
Well, first of all, roll me a con save. You did take damage.
Ah.
I just want to make sure I do this correctly. There you go. So you still have it, and you move it onto a flail snail.
Yep.
Yeah. You can have the 2 damage as well. There we go. Mulgurn.
What is that thing on my character?
That means you are getting assistance currently from
Oh, okay.
Siegfried. He's decided that Cornelius is beyond help.
Seeing as I probably don't want to get close to that thing, I'm going to continue to toss it.
That's a crit.
And continue to toss it again.
And the 16 hits as well.
16 to... Oh, yeah, I'm not at advantage anymore. Oops.
Fuck, that's a heavy hit. 30 damage altogether. It looks horribly battered. Not that battered. There we go. It looks horribly battered, bruised. It's just leaking ooze at a furious rate. It looks feeble and pathetic right now.
That's my turn. 'Cause I'm not getting close to that thing.
Cornelius,
Yes.
it's your turn now.
Finally learned my lesson. I'm gonna take out my crossbow and shoot it at it.
That's a hit, and it takes 3 piercing damage. As the bolt just thunks into its side. You'll just notice there's a slight crackling under your feet. As you look down, you can see that there is a slimy trail left behind, but some of it is hardened into a thin, glass-like pane.
Can I step one back away from it?
Yeah, you can if you wish. Alright, Siegfried.
I'm going to use my crossbow on it.
This poor creature. And that is all it took. As you just funk into the center of those webbed feelers, and it just falls. Withered, oozing horribly, mainly on the Castalia shoes. The shell still bright, iridescent. It is dead. Now I put the X on it. There we go. We are out of initiative.
Okay. My next question is, how do we go about taking the materials off the corpse?
I mean, you've dealt with snails before, real ones, and you just have to pry the fleshy bits off. Birds do it all the time.
Better question, how big is this shell?
It's pretty big. It's larger than the dwarf.
Would you say it's barrel-sized?
Bigger. I'd say it's more like those big, ridiculous wine kegs you see. It's pretty big.
Would it be possible to
Did you-
roll it?
I'll just simplify it. It weighs 250 pounds.
Okay,
Look, I'll just
suggestion,
carry that.
we leave it here at the moment, and we deal with it on the way out.
How do we know we won't lose it?
Problem is, it could be full of rock grubs when we get back.
Why don't we just take it back to the cart and let Droop watch it while we still have this?
Well, for one thing, at least the kobold can think it's probably been about 2 hours of walking and trudging through the swamp so far.
I'm actually
That means
thinking
it's 2 hours back to the cart and 2 hours back to get back to here. That's 4 hours. It'll be dark by the time we do that.
Well, if it takes us 2 hours, what happens if we're trudging around in the swamp in the middle of the dark?
We might actually have a long rest.
That's mostly what I'm thinking about, is if we take it back to the cart, it should be time for bed, and then Castalia can not keel over.
Yeah, might as well retrace our steps, take a rest, and then go back into the swamp if it's about to... We don't know how long we have to go in the swamp anymore.
And I don't think leaving Droop alone overnight at the cart is a wonderful idea.
You hear a little voice in your head. It's fine.
I'm just thinking we've got a possible magic weapon we need to seal somehow. I was actually thinking we could actually throw it into the snail's shell.
Well, it depends on if the weapon is something that's problematic and we can't use.
Let's turn the town into a swamp. Let's go with it's probably problematic.
Then we can always carry the weapon back to the shell, because I don't think we want to carry the shell to the weapon.
The weird thing is, of the 2 people in the party who carry that shell, one's the dwarf, the other is the kobold.
It's shiny.
Well, I've got a Pufflesworth.
You've got a baby.
That's your own damn
You've
fault.
got a dumb fur baby.
Yeah, I know.
Also, roll me a
No,
dex save.
I knew that was coming.
This one's dex, though. You just manage to step aside as Pufflesworth decides it's had enough of being coated in mud and starts to shake its fur out. Siegfried and Wolfgang also give me a dex save. You guys have managed to step aside in time as it just ferociously rocks around, trying to get the mud out of it.
So, what do people want to do? Just carry on, leaving,
I would
hoping to stay here.
Carry on and see what we can find first. Might be simple, what we need to do, and then it's a matter of just coming back, retracing our steps, and taking the shell out afterwards. Or, I mean, it's a 4-hour round trip to go back to the cart and come out here again. It's going to take us a while. That's even if we can find the original path that we came in on. It might have floated around.
Yeah.
Just going to remind the party there was the optional objective of a prog hemophag, you know.
What, the thing that we're going to crack to make sure that the guy doesn't get.
It's a good thing there's no druid in your party.
No, we're just going to leave it behind. It's too much hassle. So let's
But it's
if we, let's untie the rope. We seem to be okay without that at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. That's causing more hassle than it's worth.
In that case,
Yeah.
I untie the rope, wind it up, and stuff it in my pack.
Let's see. Castalia, Malgern, give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
You two are just sort of standing around, twiddling your thumbs a bit.
Perception. Boom. Not very perceptive, but I
Not
tried.
hugely perceptive, but you do pick up on there's a light. A little faint, feeble glimmer to the south.
Hey guys, there's a light to the south. Might be more of those things. Some of them disappeared earlier. I'm not feeling good about this. Some of those things did mysteriously disappear. Be on your guard. As everyone hustles around the dwarf. Nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the way we're going, so I
Yeah.
mean, we have to kind of follow the trail, or at least we want to get
Wanna get
like waist deep in water, or in some cases neck deep.
So we
Let's reveal
continue after the trail or taking no
Yeah.
path?
Do we have a continuation from this trail?
I mean, best you can work out. It's all sort of haphazard and looks like it might be a couple of maps fused together, but, you know, you assume that there's a path as long as you just forage on. Just check the depths, you know, you can march on through the mud. You've been doing that for a while.
Pointy stick. Poking time.
Yep. Zarzul once again the lead. There we go.
what's next?
In that case, I toss Zazu the rope end so he can tie himself off, and only he's tied on, and I can hold on to the rope just in case something does happen that we need to pull him out with.
Okay. Tie off. Does the light look like the same as the will-o-wisps from before, or a different light?
It looks identical to the will-o-wisps.
I think it might be the ones that disappeared earlier.
So then why are we going up to them?
Because they're
They're
They can
undead.
follow us, you know? Yeah, like
I think we're following the trail.
yeah, like if video games have
Oh,
taught
look,
me anything, we're heading
brickwork.
towards enemy. Gotta be the right way.
I see brickwork down there.
Never seen a man get excited over bricks. Or a dragon, whatever.
It means solid ground.
As you start walking
Yeah.
towards here, there is a horrendous stench. Different from all the rotting vegetables and the current odors you're surrounded by. And also different from the maggots. It is horrendously
no.
foul. And you can see in the distance, like only 10 or 15 foot beyond what you can shine with your lantern, there's shapes One very large, very strange as well. The other's smaller, but of the same sort of disposition. They look, at a glance, they look like cows with very long necks and a very large tail.
I move back
I'm
because
gonna
I'm about to get charged by a Minotaur skeleton.
Hey, it has to happen to everyone, or else you're not a member of the party.
I'm going to see if I know what these
If only
are.
I was still tied to the wizard.
You don't. You just know it's not a normal cow. And the stink is horrendous.
I'm gonna say that the kobold isn't good at his job. What? Did I do much better?
Yes.
Not good enough, though. You're not sure what this thing is.
Oh man, it would have been
Can
hilarious.
I give it a shot?
Everyone's trying to outdo the kobold now.
Of the group, I'd say those two would be the only ones who'd actually have an inkling.
Oh, I
Yep.
tried. Oh.
The rogue's a city boy.
Exactly. Cornelius, too, he wouldn't have dealt around with his stuff. Castalia, different sort of region. While Gardens Argel, though,
Cornelius
they've thrown themselves
smells
into the
too bad,
wilderness. And they're just sort of lumbering about there.
I say we check out these ruins or whatever they are down there. I know there's cows there, but they're cows.
I love how you're assuming it's a cow. Yeah.
Oh, that's what they look like.
It doesn't look like a cow I want to play with.
I was like, I've smelled cows. They've never smelled like this before. I'm pretty sure it's not a cow, and if it is, it could be an undead cow, and then we've got a problem.
Also, no compassion from the party about Castalia getting bashed around by that flail snail. She's standing pretty badly right now.
It's fine. It's fine.
There's
It's
bruises
fine.
and welts all
dealt
over.
with the snail, all right. It's dealt with.
Yeah.
Fine, I will help heal the poor.
I love how it's like, fine, I'll do my job. Please. Oh my god, guys.
Fine, Mom.
Yeah.
So, find out how deep the water is.
Oh no.
What do you do, sorry?
Oh,
Repeat?
no.
I heal the poor injured.
Not you,
person.
but one tempting fate.
Yeah.
What?
What did Zarzul say there?
About checking water depth.
Give me a survival, and yeah. Rain reaches out, and you can see some of the damage on Castalia just drifting away. A few scrapes from those spikes just fading.
Is he actually good? Oh my god, he's because it's not dealing with an animal.
Give me a dex
That's the
save.
secret.
As you start leaning in with a stick. Dex saves, Arzul. Oh, did they get disconnected? Oh, there we go. There's a moment where you start pushing with a stick, and then it just seems to lose all resistance, and you almost pitch forward. But you manage to catch yourself, digging your tail into the dirt, your claws seeping into the moss, and you just manage to root yourself there for a moment. Feels like it could be pretty deep.
Shit.
It's perfectly safe, Siegfried. You can walk on over.
Well, that's the information you were given, Siegfried. Give me a dex save with disadvantage, because you were not expecting this. But there's this moment where you're setting foot and you're just thinking, wait a minute. He's a short arse, so's that stick. I am taller than that, and I've seen the water go up on the dwarf as well. I'm going to be a little lightfoot and sort of hop. And you can feel the ground starting to give away underneath you as well. Because he managed to poke a hole, and you just managed to skip across. But you've got a feeling that could have been bad. You also realize it's a 5-foot gap. You could have just jumped it.
maybe the short guy shouldn't be the one saying it's okay. Just saying.
And what was the ping for? Oh, was your
I
your
think it
counter's
was just
missing.
me grabbing my token
Sorry.
because
There we go.
Stallion was.
All right, hang on a moment. So let's see. Stop, stop where you are. 1, 2, 3, 6. All right, gotta reveal this bit. Kind of wish I had the pro upgrade and all for extra light, but that's expensive. Let's not do that. You can just start to see the edge of these creatures. And one of them lumbers forward. It's a juvenile. And it looks... Hang on a second. I will probably need... Well, I mean, I could describe it here. It looks like a strange, hairy, mossy conglomeration of bloated buffalo, a dinosaur, a warthog, and a hippopotamus. It's a large, shaggy-coated, hunchbacked, four-legged creature with its head on a long, extended neck with 2 upward tusks. Behind it is the long, dexterous tail that has a club-like appendage on the end. Cloven hoofs and exposed-looking ribs. And it reeks.
But does it look nasty?
It looks real nasty. Let me actually grab a picture for the benefit of chat and the players. Because it's a hard creature to describe. There's a lot of features going on. Let's get rid of the dice bit there, and...
So what you're telling me is it's a long wild boar.
Yes, it's long pork. Go enjoy. Hang on. Dee-ba-doo. Just gotta make sure of this here. So, in the chat there, and then in the stream chat, just to make sure everyone's on the same page, it's a Catobal Pass.
Oh, yes, one of these.
Okay, what now with the what nows?
I don't know if that's the right pronunciation.
Okay, then.
And while sort of horrible looking, it's just chewing at the grass and the moss.
Is it actually doing anything to us?
It's chewing at the
No.
grass and the moss.
I say we leave it be.
Bingo,
Sounds
I
like
agree.
Sounds like a herbivore.
That being said, a hippopotamus is a herbivore and it's one of the most dangerous things around.
You've never heard of such a creature. Could be a dragon for all you know.
These stone ruins to our... do we notice anything interesting about them? They look like a house, or...
It
What
actually just
were
looks
they?
like one of the stone walls you'd see around a farm. Because don't forget I had to grab this map off Google, so not every feature is identical. But yeah, it looks
Okay,
like this
so-
is just the loose stonework from from a wall that helped divide up the farmland. Maybe a village boundary. But as you step forward, the bigger one also steps forward, the long neck protruding from the fog. It's noticing you. It's noticing that you're right next to its offspring. And
I try and communicate with it.
it locks eyes on the kobold. So I'm going to need a constitution save.
Oh,
As a horrendous mass of necrotic energy just lurches from its eyes and strikes the ranger.
fuck.
You take 20 points of necrotic damage. And we're going to make this initiative.
Oh, whoops. There we go.
I am ready to embrace death.
We who are about to die salute you.
You know what I love? There is no explanation for why it has the death ray. And that is what it's called. It's called the death ray.
It's based on it's an actual creature from Greek mythology.
I know, but, you know, they usually
With
give a
the death
reason for
ray?
why it's got this in the actual monster manual sort of stuff.
I think it has petrification.
Yeah. At least it usually shows up in Castlevania with that sort of power.
Yeah, and in Final Fantasy.
Yep. I'm missing a dwarf, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, the kobold tried to make friends with a nasty creature.
Hello, friend.
Hello, new friend!
there we go.
Alright, I think that's everyone.
I has initiative.
Wolfgang. You're questioning the creature that you soul bonded with. You know, your trusted companion and your subservient servant and all that there. Maybe you could do better. But it's your turn.
Maybe next time. Oh well. Let's do the stupid.
I'm just so glad you got the right route where just the head would come out. You gotta charge up and start biting. That's a hit. And let's see, 1d20 plus... And it falls.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. There's the icon. 11 piercing damage as the claws just rake into it. And it's pulling away chunks of what you think for a moment is the beast's hide, but it's just actually clumps of moss. Just horrible lichens and scraggy vines. The thing is just covered in rotten decay.
Wow.
Alright, Rain. The
Wow.
usual suspects did the usual thing. With the standard results.
Are we still only going 3 foot?
Yes.
Yeah, sadly it is a swamp. It's a horrible area. You could always dash and get 60. Or 30, sorry.
Well, then in that case, yeah, I'll end up dashing over here because I don't have anything else to do.
Mr. Pufflesworth was
Oh,
glad to be running at this point. Just to get some excitement and energy.
And then I'm going to light my mace up.
Alrighty. You notice that it's not pushing back the darkness like the lantern does. Well, pushing back the fog like the lantern does. Zarzul. That may have been the wrong way to approach that situation. Maybe. Hard to tell, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark the big one.
Alright.
And once again, arrow time.
That's a hit. Oh, did I put on... Yeah, I put the rolls back on. Okay. For a solid 19 damage. As it just fuds into its body.
It's not undead then.
It is not undead. It looks like it's just covered in decay, but it's a living creature. Castalia. You heard distant yells, and then a big fuck-off death ray erupted from this thing's face.
Just another day. 2 days.
Welcome to the life
2
of an
days.
adventurer.
Yes. Well, as... I'm not in a good position.
On the bright side, this doesn't have a shell.
No, but can I walk around the mountain?
Can you walk around what, sorry?
Can I walk around Malgern?
Yeah, I'll say that's just a
Or
shallow
like
puddle.
occupy a square, and...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're able to walk through them.
Okay, then I'm going to move here. And see if it's enough. Yeah, that's enough. I can shoot the thing that is sometimes called Carbon Final Fantasy.
Yep, it will be at disadvantage because it's prone currently.
Because it's in light cover?
No, because it's prone.
Oh, it's prone.
Yeah, ranged
Okay.
attacks are made with disadvantage. Zarzul managed to hit it even at that.
Oh, it rolled twice for me, thank goodness.
Yeah. Well, you managed to hit it on the second blast, and it takes a solid 5 force damage. It's just chunks of moss are splattered everywhere, mostly onto Wolfgang.
I am my turn.
Alright,
Can't
it's time for the
remember
younger Catoblepass, which looks at the wolf that was biting Mother,
Let's see.
and in looking, it also triggers its species' special move.
Uh-oh.
So that's a con save from Wolfgang. Ooh!
Oof.
So, do you have a living dog? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Where was Zarzul past his, yeah? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna read this bit out. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the target instead takes 64 necrotic damage.
Why did we screw with these again?
We
Since it's a
didn't
baby,
really-
since it's a baby one, I'm
Why
gonna
did
let
we
that
screw-
go. So it's just 32 on the wolf. But might want to keep that in mind for the big one. But it does get the benefit of saving throws.
There isn't even a yelp from the dog. It just
Do I need to revive the doggo?
Well, what is its max HP? 25? Yeah, so yeah, it's unconscious. It's not dead.
Okay.
It's just sleeping.
Yeah, he's just sleeping. He'll be going to the farm soon.
taking a nap.
Siegfried.
Oh, that's not good.
Horrible beams of life-destroying energy rocketed out of these two creatures' faces. The dog's
Oh.
down.
Okay. Leaving is not an option now that we've got an unconscious wolf.
I will fix the wolf. Eventually.
So, swamps are nasty places, especially evil magical swamps.
I'm just wondering. Oh, problem is it's fallen down already. God damn it.
Yeah, gotta be conscious in order to able to hear your soothing words.
No, that wasn't what I was thinking of.
Or you're thinking of the ointment?
I was wondering if we could try and scare them away, but that's not going to work.
Hey, give it a try.
Ooga booga booga booga.
You never
Oh,
know.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
this
move up
huge beast
two
that shoots
spaces.
rays of death out of its face might be scared by a human.
And then I'm going to make an intimidation roll.
What are you doing to
Trying.
intimidate it?
Bring my hands up, yelling at it and going, "Get out!" I got nothing else. Really.
Shoo! Away! Go!
Yeah, pretty much.
Bad cow!
Okay, give me intimidation.
It's not impressed.
I mean, the baby one steps back into the fog. A bit. This thing's kind of big, kind of knows it's powerful, and also already put one of you down. So, it's not feeling the pressure.
I'm so fucked.
Well, maybe you're not. Let's see.
Whose fault is this again? Who do I need to smash here?
The kobold.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh! So, it's gonna look at the one who was making a display of himself.
Oh dear.
It's also going to stand up, but it's also going to look at Siegfried.
This is how the party dies.
fucking kobold.
This is how a party dies, with thunderous applause.
You're gonna die
Once I
to a
wish I
weird
could
cow.
start-
Oh fuck.
Oh,
That's 5 or that's. So that's 64 necrotic damage to Siegfried.
What?
It's double my
Are
health.
you sure it's 64 and not just the number doubled?
Nope, it specifically says 64. It doesn't have dice beside it.
Oh, well,
Well,
obliterated.
yeah.
Yeah, I am technically gone. I don't even. That's double my maximum HP.
Oof. What is your maximum?
30.
Yep. How much is your current HP?
18.
There's no
Yeah.
negative numbers anyway. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, that. I'm gonna leave it to a coin flip.
Is it notch on the belt time?
Siegfried falls, but he is breathing.
Oh,
Nope.
goody.
Quite yet.
Not quite yet. Incidentally,
Getting there though.
the CR rating of this creature is 5, so for adventurers, it's meant to be a simple fight. Gonna point that out. So that's why that's why I
Yeah.
don't follow a CR. That is bollocks when it can do
Yeah.
64 damage at this level.
Yeah, I know from experience that the CR is bullshit.
Yep. Mulgurn. Siegfried fell down really hard.
I don't know what to do.
Luckily, it was on the squishy moss, so you know. Yeah, of all the things that could have killed Siegfried, and there were numerous things. Cow. Evil mutant cow creature.
That's all I got, because I can't. That's half my movement, right?
I mean, you could dash.
Yeah, so we're gonna dash for full.
Also, we're only getting you from your wife's headset, not your own.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna dash. And,
All right, you walk on top of Siegfried.
I'm guarding Siegfried.
I mean, he looks like he's out of danger.
I don't know. That thing's still out there. Final. Let's see. Now it's a little far to toss it, so I will end my turn there.
Okay. Cornelius.
Yeah. I'm gonna put right here a flaming sphere.
You're
and I'm
gonna burn the
slam it
baby?
into the-
Okay.
I'm,
Oh, that
Oh.
sounds like a horrible idea.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
They're only gonna burn if they end their turn, but I'm gonna slam it into the adult.
Bingo! We now have a flaming sphere. So you're going to slam it into the adult, so that's a dex save on its part.
Yeah.
That is not a save.
Nope. Let me see. Where did I put the flaming sphere? Oh, I think
You all watch as strangely he actually summons a flaming sphere.
It's not a gnome that's on fire and screaming.
It's not a
You mean
flaming
for
gnome
once
or a
he actually
flaming
did
horse.
Something properly?
Well, let's see the damage roll.
Please, please. Please roll 20, deliver.
Hey, Pufflesworth. Hey, Pufflesworth.
Yeah,
4!
of course.
I mean, hey, it's damage. And it takes it. It's annoyed. Luckily, it's too dumb to look over at the wizard. It just looks at the ball of fire. Wolfgang, give me a d20. Alright, that's a success. Rain. There's a lot for you to do
dear.
right now.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Well, I have too many targets to pick up, so as much as I don't want to use this right now, I will use this right now.
I mean, you say targets, a dog, and a human. Mass healing word. Well, you can dole out a few.
definitely the two on the ground, and then I know Castalia's still hurt.
Anyone else missing HP?
Is it the dwarf?
Yes. I'm
Zazzle's down on
currently
10.
missing. I'm only missing 6, so
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm only missing 9.
yeah. No.
Alright, so yeah, then Wolfie, the two down guys, the dwarf, Zarzul, Castalia, and do I have 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone's.
then also Cornelius for funsies.
Okay.
Everyone feels a little bit better, and also kind of worse. Not because of rain, though, because of his situation. Well, that was a bonus action, I think. So yeah, you still got your action.
Oh, was that? Crap.
You can fire off a cantrip or an attack or some sort.
Well, in that case,
Can't be a spell.
it can't be a spell. Well, it can be a cantrip, though.
Yeah.
In which case, stop it, Pufflesworth. Oh, I have to touch for that to work. Well, in that case, well, I will use guidance on, Siegfried. Because it seems like he needs some help with things.
He almost needed guiding a different way there.
Yeah, I
Go
think
towards
I
the
will
light,
assist him.
Siegfried. Go towards the light.
Pufflesworth is going to remain by your side. Zarzul. In a way, this probably would have happened anyway. It didn't really matter that you were the one who went up and said hello. Probably. I mean, what if they were all coming this way because of the thunder wave? That was very loud.
Heck.
Maybe.
Yep. I'm going to put another arrow in the big one.
Okay.
Clink.
That's a hit. Ba-dum. A solid 15 damage. It takes it. It's looking hurt.
And the wolf is going to make a bite as well.
Okay. That's a miss.
Yep.
But a good attempt. Any movement? Stand heroically in
No,
front of
I don't.
Siegfried?
Oh, good God, no. I've already eaten one laser beam to the face. I'm not taking another.
Alright, Castalia. The beast is up at least, so it'll be an easier shot.
Well, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot it twice. Because I don't really feel like walking up and meeting it eye to eye.
Yeah, you've seen what happens when it does that. Very nice. Max damage as you almost bring this beast to the floor. These thunderous blasts of force just taking chunks out of its body now. No longer just the moss. You're actually caving in its ribs. One of its tusks is broken off. It's looking near done.
Too bad it gets a turn.
Well, in this case, it's the baby's turn first. And
Baby shark.
it does not get its death ray back, so instead it's just going to run away from the flaming ball into the fog. Siegfried, you really thought you might have met whatever gods you praise. For a moment, you can remember that you were standing there in the afterlife, being as they were picking you out for where you were going to be destined for.
For a moment, the pain stopped.
But now the pain's back, so you know you're alive.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the little one's running away. The big one is looking
It's looking really
rather worse
rough.
for wear. Does it have a look like it's going to run as well?
It doesn't.
Okay, I'm going to use my dash action as a bonus action. And I'm going to shank it.
Okay. That's a hit. And that's a skewering as you decide you're going for the forehead, but you try to bring it down into the eye specifically.
Oh no.
Shh,
Siegfried.
shh, shh. As you drive the sword in, and you slaughter the creature. And you end your turn? Because you're out of movement.
I'm out of movement. I've used my bonus action.
Because he had to get up from
Only thing I've
prone,
got
so he had
left is
5 and
reaction.
15.
I used all my movement to my knowledge, so
Yep.
I think I'm stuck.
Yeah, you are. So, give us a... What's the save, Cornelius?
2d6, and you to have a DC, you have to beat 15.
Well, actually,
I did guide him.
Actually, because Cornelius is a master of his art.
Oh yeah, I can focus it, so you automatically do the saving throw. So hopefully I roll low.
Is that an evocation spell, though?
No, it's not evocation.
So you cannot.
Oh,
sculpt the
yeah,
spell?
yeah, it's conjuration. So yeah, it's only
Yep.
over my. So
So,
sorry.
yeah.
Well, it's only 5 damage. So if you roll above 15.
At least it's not putting him down. Well, you've still got to roll, and that's only for an attack, not a save.
Yeah. It's because you're too close to the flaming spear.
So is it Dex save?
I think so. Tell me. It's your spell.
Yeah, dexterity.
That's a pass. You take 2 fire damage as the flaming ball rages beside you. There's this horrible noise from the distressed cub. And the battle is over.
Can we keep the cub?
No, we cannot keep the cub.
Hang on as the cub runs away. It's very dangerous now. Go find the cub. I recommend it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Then I'm fucking going after them, having a spear going in front of me.
You're just trying to kill this fucking child.
Oh yeah, this poor innocent child, they can shoot a fucking death beam and kill us. Yeah, poor child.
You're gonna keep pushing it along into the darkness. Okay.
I would not chase that.
At least.
Well, as the flaming ball comes towards, it's gonna look behind.
Can I make it to slam the fireball into it before?
Oh yeah, you can, but it's not gonna kill it. Yeah, so it takes 6 damage, whereas you take... Give me a con save.
Yeah, hang on.
As you take... You take 17 points of necrotic damage.
And Rain is rethinking her life choices.
Oh wait, we're still.
It continues to try and run away. Are you going to keep chasing it down?
Please say no.
Hang on, I'm trying to... There we go. I had to click down on all my health.
Yep.
Nah, I'm gonna reconsider. And just keep that fucking fireball between me and it. Since apparently no one else is gonna chase it down because they apparently think it's a good idea to just leave that thing out there in case it comes back and stare at us.
It keeps
I
running
think
away.
that's a very wise decision.
Yeah, I mean, it stared at Siegfried and he, like, died.
I mean, he's pointing out it would be a wise... He's pointing out it might be a good idea to kill it. So
I
it
don't
cannot...
want that thing to stare at me. And then I'll die.
Says the
I
guy
don't
with the
think we
best
have
chance to
power
survive.
kill it. Look, I'm not feeling too great about that thing.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm perfectly okay with it. Effing off.
Also, Gibblemung came up with a great comment there when you cast guidance on Siegfried there. Don't pay the guy on the boat. That's his guidance for Siegfried.
That's nice.
So, as the party takes a moment to lick their wounds, we're gonna call the session here as they are deep in the heart of the swamp, surrounded on all sides by a near impenetrable fog. Some of them bleeding profusely, some feel like they died inside. Also, the wolves back up, and yeah. This is a rough little place. This is a nasty area. And the job's not done yet. We'll be back next week with D&D Rescue Towards Raxis. Today's episode was Bog Standard. So yeah, now to cut the stream.